Sean St. Louis in the back.
I wrote this to myself today. Just a little ditty.
Hey, Sheepishness and Michelle and Karen and Cece and Kayla and Jenny and Marilee. Marilee, am I saying that right? Keely, Amanda, Michael. Michael, you remembered. It worked. The Crystal and Janelle and Danny and Marjorie and Mooney. Can you make that stop? Marissa, Layla, Mooney, Moni, Maureen. Hey, everybody. Brittany, Ann, Nevada Sparkles. Everybody's here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, I'm glad, Nora. So much better than being out in the snow. Yeah, you guys are having a crazy, wicked snowstorm. And I'm red here because I just got my eyebrows done. Because I'm fancy like that. Actually, I'm not fancy. It's the fact that I don't know how to do things for myself. Like, I can't paint fingernails properly. I don't trust myself to try to pluck my eyebrows. I have to pay people to do that because I'm that bad at it. So, that's just the truth. Thanks, Marjorie. Yeah, I dye my eyebrows if anybody wonders why they're dark. Because otherwise they're like half blonde, half brown. And it's not a good look. A little kind of, not leopard, but it looks like sparse. So that's why it looks like all of a sudden I have eyebrows, because they've been here. Oh, Maureen's asking how you're doing, Sean.
I'm doing good. Oh, people are asking how I'm doing?
He seems surprised people are asking how he's doing. Of course they're asking how you're doing. Okay, so before we get into anything, I wanted to give you guys a couple updates, but stay tuned towards the end because I'm doing a giveaway. Can you believe it? I'm giving away, should I tell them what I'm giving away? Do you want to?
No.
No, it's a secret. Stay tuned till the end for a giveaway. I never get to do giveaways, and I'm super excited. I hope you are too. So, Nora, hashtag, oh, here we go. Yeah, so I am seriously doing a giveaway, and I hope that you like it.
Oh, my,
I didn't bring my glue stick out, but I put it on. Glue stick is on. So anyways, update. This is the book. So if any of you follow along on Snapchat or follow along on Insta Stories, this is the book. Oh, why?
My what?
No, it flashed.
Oh, your book.
It's because it reflects the light. Do you guys see it? Is it not shiny enough? Life-changing magic of tidying up. So, where's the sour cream? Some of the jokes, you guys, they will live on in infamy. But so this is the book that changed my life thus far right now. Oh, yay. Hi, Kimmy. Kimmy's here. I think that's fine. I'd take that off.
No, see how dark it is?
I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, but it looks like you're sitting in a dark room.
Okay, fine. Sean, turn the light on. Let's not have this discussion. Anyways, if you don't follow along on Snapchat, I cleaned out my closet like big time, and I'm selling like a ton of things on eBay, and also gave like 6 bags of stuff to Goodwill. And the only reason I didn't, if any of you have watched my video where I gave clothing to the homeless, it's on the mail. You know that I gave it to this one organization, and they needed, ooh, jeez.
I'm a mess.
Sean's like moving his chair, and every time he moves it, he hits the light, and I'm like, it's gonna fall over. We gotta just one thing at a time. But anyway, I gave things to the OPCC is the place that I gave it to, but I didn't give my clothes to them because they requested like larger sized clothes. They needed like extra large, and they really needed socks and underwear. So maybe I'll do a drive for that in the summertime. But that's why I gave them to Goodwill. And oh my God, I've been, oh, do you guys like my little guy? Actually, it's Jemima is the name, if I remember correctly. And so anyway, yeah, we'll do almost 2 hours. I don't know how long. We'll see how we do. We're just starting out. Only 5 minutes in. But anyway, so that's why I gave my clothes to, no one tell my boss I'm here. Emily, your secret is safe with us. But so that's why I gave my clothes to Goodwill. I got rid of so much stuff, if any of you saw, and I encourage any of you, if you're feeling overwhelmed, or I just felt really, like, not crowded, that's not the right word, but almost like disorganized in my life because I just felt so overcome with like how much shit I'd acquired over the years. And I, have purchased clothes. Oh, thanks, Jessica. I purchased clothes over the time and just like slowly, feeling overwhelmed. I, had kept them for too long. So anyway, I recommend the book. I think it's really great. I don't do all the folding stuff. Oh, Amanda, I'm praying for you. Sean and I have to do ours soon. But anyway, I recommend the book. I think it's good. And yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling like freer. Oh, hey, Amelia Song. Thank you. Anyway, so that's That's the thing. That's what went on with the cleaning. If you saw on Snapchat, you could follow along and you could see just how many clothes I have. I still haven't gone through my jackets, but I hope you guys, you know, love me anyways, even though I learned that I'm kind of a clothing hoarder. But I'm working on it. Okay, why are you having a really good week, Harriet Bull? What's happened? Oh, and remember, you guys, you can share this, you can click on the image and let people know on Twitter that we're live, because some people forget. Like, I know Michael had set a reminder. Oh, Maggie, I'll let you know how my day's going. But Michael set a reminder because we sometimes forget or we get the times wrong. And so make sure that everybody knows that we're live. Oh, Pantalina is here. On the challenge today, what do we want to do today, Sean? Oh, Bree, we have a new subscriber. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, we're open to suggestions for a challenge.
We're open to suggestions, Sean says. So leave them in the chat and we will pick one. We'll make it a fun one. We could do any kind of thing. Yeah, back to coffee. Well, this is actually my first coffee today. I just kind of lounged around this morning, and then I had to go get my eyebrows waxed. I had an appointment. I needed to swing by the bank and run a couple errands before we got this wonderful thing going. And so I'm still working on it, but it's super tasty. I do an almond milk latte, although it's kind of bitter today. Does anybody else think Starbucks coffee sometimes tastes like it's burned?
It always does.
It's a little burny. But, oh, Crystal, my favorite Starbucks drink of all time is actually a caramel macchiato, but I like it iced. And I know this sounds weird, but I like the chunks of caramel that come through the straw. Judge me if you will, but it's super delicious. So anyways, oh, they do it on purpose. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks. I actually prefer this place in LA. We have, it's called Cafe Lux, or Blue Bottle Coffee is also good.
Stumptown.
Stumptown, true. Sean likes Stumptown, very tasty. But anyway, yeah, so, yeah, Costa Coffee, that's what everybody said. We actually have one in Santa Monica, I think on Broadway or Santa Monica. Where was the place we met with, what's his butt? Anyway, so there's lots of good coffee in LA. Starbucks just happened to be the most convenient for me this morning. Oh, McDonald's, McCafe. We do not have a lot of drive-through fast food around here. I never get fast food stuff, so I will have to try. Okay. Any good ideas for Tim Hortons? I have had Tim Hortons, super tasty. I've also had Dunkin' Donuts, which I do like. Yeah, anyway, good coffee. So today we're going to be doing a couple of things. Oh, thank you, Layla. I've got them done over a week ago. Can you guys believe it? Magic, it stayed. But I have a mail haul. Hey-oh, so I'll do that, let's say like at an hour in or so. Oh, caribou? Amelia, my dad actually had shot a caribou, so I had caribou meat, but not, I'm sure you're talking about caribou coffee, maybe? Question mark? I don't know if any of you know, I grew up in the country, and so I know that a lot of people have different thoughts about hunting and everything, but we used all the animal, like it was part of what our family did. It's how my dad fed us, and you know, when there were tough times, he would hunt more, and so that was just kind of how it worked. So yeah, deer meat, that's what I grew up on too, and it's funny because everybody calls it venison, like at fancy restaurants, and I was like, what the heck is that? Because it's just deer meat. We're not fancy. So yeah, so anyway, I know everybody has their own thoughts about that kind of thing, but it wasn't just for sport. It was actually to feed us. So, and even like our neighbors had chickens and we get eggs from them, and we're kind of, you know, we're country folk. Ooh, Erin is here. Thanks, Dawn to Dusk. Woo, woo, woo. True, Sadie, true. And that's the same as like, you know, where I grew up, everybody hunted, and that was, you know, like I remember we would even go out, like that was like something that you had to do to like feed your family. So anyways, okie dokie. Oh, and elk meat. I don't know if I've had elk. That's interesting, Nazanin. I'm sure I probably have. I'd have to ask my mom. She'd remember. Okay, so today we're going to do a couple different things. I'm going to try to break it down into little segments a little bit so we feel the flow. I'm going to start by answering a couple questions here in the chat, and then I'm going to guest some people. And then, oh, alligator meat. Interesting. You guys, I feel like we could have a whole live stream just talking in the chat. And then I also had posted something on Patreon so that my people over there can ask their questions there. So I'll hop over there after we've guested some people and answer some questions over there. And if you're interested in like for what Patreon is, it really sponsors every one of my videos, and it's a way for you to support creators that you love who are doing things that you like, and it allows me to do this. So yay for Patreon. I actually am super, super thankful and grateful for Patreon, and they've been so supportive and helpful and like answered all my questions. And so yeah. Anyways, oh, crocodile meat, like crunchy fishy chicken. Not nice. So, yeah, I mean, I like crunchy chicken. I don't know if I like fishy chicken. Okay, so Brittany Ann says, what do you do after a client tells you about their bad eating habits? It depends on what it is. It depends on if I think it's dangerous, because if I'm worried about them, if I think they're not eating at all, or they're overeating consistently, or if I think there's any kind of physical stuff, I usually will ask them and try to talk to them to get them to go see their doctor just to get a physical, because I want to make sure that I'm not seeing them on an outpatient basis when they really need a higher level of care. That's always my first concern when it comes to eating disorders. And then after that, it's just a conversation. Like, it doesn't have to be, there's nothing that I'm going to do so much as I want to seek to understand. So I'm going to ask questions like, how long has it been going on? And do you remember when it started and what triggered it? Or are there certain days that are harder for you, or times of day that are harder? And I just kind of seek to understand their experience, because even though eating disorders, like, there are certain buckets they fall under into the diagnosis part of it, they're different person to person, and I can't really help someone if I don't fully understand where it's coming from, what it means, how often they're doing it, what types of behaviors they're doing, how much calculations or equations or whatever they're doing. Yeah, so that's like the first step. I hope that kind of helps and gives you an idea of where we start. Oh, Michelle, you're hesitant to get a doctor here. Is there a reason? Oh, I know, over 11,000 likes. We're almost at 12,000. Woo, 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 woo. 1,000 likes a minute. That's crazy, Allie. That's amazing. Yeah, Amelia, you got to seek to understand. I'm glad you guys like that. Okay. Okay, Sean says I'm talking a little louder. Because last week my throat was sore for like 2 days. I get excited, you guys. And we did back-to-back Friday, Saturday, so I was like... I could not. And I actually thought that maybe I was getting sick. I was like, wait, am I catching a cold? And my mom's like, you did live streams for like 4 hours. Your throat is just sore because you talk too loud. I know man does like hashtag sound effects. So I'm going to try to talk, know that I'm very excited, but I'll keep my voice at a minimum. I'm not going to talk like that. I'm just kidding. Oh, psychodynamic therapy. Good question, Keely. What is psychodynamic therapy? So psychodynamic, technically, actually, let me look up the exact, I want to give you the exact definition because I can tell you how it works, but I'm not sure exactly how they, okay, yeah, psychodynamic is exactly what I thought it was. Okay, because I'm going to read you exactly the definition. It says psychodynamic theory, so it comes out of psychodynamic theory, which is a view that explains personality in terms of conscious and unconscious forces. But when we talk about psychodynamic approach in therapy, it's kind of more, it's out of actually like Freud, which I'm not a huge fan of Freud, even though he's like, you know, the person who started the whole psychiatry field. I'm very grateful. He's like our great-grandfather in some ways. In the whole,
just like a crazy great-grandfather.
But he's just a real crazy great-grandfather. And like a lot of his stuff, I'm like, I don't think everybody wants to have sex with their mother. And I really think that you should be a little more empathic because this whole, ooh, Janet, we have a new subscriber. Whoop, whoop. Thanks, Grandpa. Hashtag thanks, Grandpa. That's perfect. And so I think that, you know, the whole like looking away and like free association where they're like, what do you think when I say blank? Like, it's just creepy and it's weird. And obviously we've evolved past it, but that's what psychodynamic therapy has bred out of. And it's one of the first off of Freud's actual like treatment. Oh, okay, Nikki. Well, if you can get back on, we'd love to have you on. I'm glad that you're able to at least stop in for a little bit. So, and Nikki's having a hard time, you guys. So send some love to Nikki Fitch. So anyway, so back to Freud and back to psychodynamic theory. Psychodynamic plays a lot into how your family and past relationships with your family affect you now and your conscious and unconscious wants. And it can be really helpful for some people, especially if you don't really know where things come from, because it really dives deep into like the unconscious and our relationships with our mother and how that all plays a role in what we do. And so those are kind of the things that, you know, so Keely's stuck with a psychodynamic therapist. Do you like it, Keely? Because I'm kind of curious more about your take on it, because because it's changed over the years so much, everyone that practices it is going to be a little bit different, but that's kind of the gist of what the work is. And it's actually really long term, which is good because that means it's not like CBT where it's really short term, so you can get as much help as you need, because they really dive into like our history and kind of why we do what we do when we don't even know ourselves. Does that make sense? So I hope that kind of gives you a little idea. Ooh, Shy Shy. Thanks, Shy. I love that name. I think I just like saying Shy Shy. Okay, so probably gonna delete says, why do I sleep around a lot? I always love that name, by the way. I regret it afterwards, but continue to get drunk and sleep with people without caring. A couple of questions are, I don't know if you have a diagnosis, but that is sometimes a symptom of a couple of things. It could be a symptom of bipolar disorder if we feel manic. I've had a lot of clients who are sexually promiscuous when they're manic. It could be part of that. I also consider whether or not you've had a sexual abuse in your past at some point, whether you were a child or if you've been raped or molested at any point in your life. That can definitely be a cause for that too. And also, I'm wondering if maybe it's kind of, and not that I'd consider it self-harm, but I have some clients who will, when they really struggle and they have a hard time, they will be sexually promiscuous, be drunk a lot, be doing kind of like self-destructive behaviors as a way to like harm themselves. And so I would consider those kinds of things. And it's because the fact that you don't want to do it means that it's probably coming out of something like that. Yeah, I hope that was helpful. I'm glad it was interesting. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on it. And I would try to talk to somebody about it because there's no shame in it. We all have different coping skills. And just because some like we think are more societally acceptable doesn't make any greater or less than, right? It's just we all do our own things to cope, and it's completely okay. The sooner we talk about it, the better, because it's bothering you. That's the main reason, right? Okay. Let's see. I know we have so many likes, 15,000 likes. Well, what are we doing what are the goals? Sean, has anybody talked about the goals?
I haven't seen any.
I saw somebody's, got any like goals today? Sheepishness to sass. It's like we have ESP, or what is it they say, Mean Girls? It's like we had ESPN or something. Also hilarious. Layla wants another dance party. Give Katie a spa day. I know I need to treat Sean to like something. Remember we were saying I'd take him out for sushi? And I even offered. Did I not offer? And I did make him dinner. And I cleaned up and everything. So I tried to take care of Sean. 1 million likes. Do you think we could get to 1 million likes? That would be crazy. If we got to 1 million, we would totally have a dance party. I would also do more giveaways. And I would take Sean out for dinner.
I'm hearing karaoke.
Karaoke.
Aren't you supposed to karaoke for the Kenyans?
I said that I might.
Okay.
There was no, real deal thing. I could totally karaoke you guys.
All right. What did live guest time?
Sadie says she's been saving up. Okay, let's guess somebody. Oh, come to South Africa, salsa dance. I actually learned how to salsa dance in Costa Rica years and years ago. I don't know how good I am at it. But anyway, okay, let's have Karen K on. She is coming to us from South Africa. And then after that, we're going to do Aldonze. We'll have you on. And then I'll see Danny in there and Chloe. Whoop, whoop. Hi.
Hi, Katie.
I'm glad you could be on today. I saw you right at the top.
Yay.
Yay. So what's up? How are you doing?
All right. Been a hard week.
What's been going on? Anything?
But feeling better today.
Oh, better today. Good. Good. What's the time difference with us? Because you're in South Africa, right?
Yeah.
What time is it there?
I actually wanted to ask.
Mm-hmm.
It's 20 past 10 in the evening now.
Oh, 20 past 10. Okay. Okay, so you're 10 hours ahead of us, exactly. Not bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
I actually wanted to ask you, is chronic traumatic stress disorder, is that the same as complex PTSD?
I would say so. Is that what they're calling it? Like, is that what your doctors are calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and my guess would be yes, because we don't, a lot of times, and this is a struggle that I have just because everybody lives all over the world, but it's only in the States that we actually use the DSM. And so I learned from meeting, I don't know if you remember my video with Thomas, Tomska is his channel. I did a video with him about depression. I learned by talking to him that the UK and other members of the Commonwealth, meaning Australia and Canada also, use a different book, and they have different names for things. Like borderline personality disorder isn't a diagnosis. It's emotion dysregulation. I don't know. It's a different name anyway. And so that would be my guess, is that, because that sounds exactly like CPTSD, right? That I would assume that that's the term that they use where you are in South Africa.
Okay.
And that's something that I'm still learning more about. I wish something that maybe I'll try to do in the future is like getting the books from different countries, like the DSMs, so that I can understand a little bit more, because they're all called a little bit different things. Like even depression has a different name in severity, where we don't have the severity terms like they do. So yeah, sorry, that's a long answer to yes, I think it's exactly the same.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything else, Coach?
I'm interested in trying to understand the link between chronic psychosomatic pain? You know, like physical pain?
Like the link between mental health and physical pain?
Yes.
It's interesting. It's really because our brain is our hard drive, right? It like stores everything. It runs everything in our body. And so if we have a mental illness, like depression, for instance, we'll just use that as an example. That's why we can feel fatigued, and we can feel body aches, and we can even feel like we have a cold, but we're really just depressed. And the link that I know of, and there's probably more research, and I could probably read up on it if you want more, if you want like a more research science driven answer. But the truth of it is that because our brain tells our body what to do with everything, if it's struggling and like the thing, it's slower to fire, and the feel good, like dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin are low, it like can't do all the things that it normally does. And that's why we have the physical symptoms. And I know it's kind of hard to explain, but that's the best way I can do it. It's like if the motor in your car is a little clogged up, your car's not going to quite run the way that it used to. And you won't always know what's wrong, but it'll have weird symptoms, you know?
I love your analogies. It makes me giggle.
That's how I learn, because then I'm like, I'll remember it, versus like reading a research article and like the science behind it. I'm like, I'll get lost and then I forget, you know? So.
Because the doctors, I had all sorts of tests done about a year or two ago, and they couldn't find any reason why I have what do they call it? Chronic result. I think that's very much linked to the trauma of my past. So trying to understand how to get past that, because it kind of links back to, you know, when I'm in pain, then I get depressed, and then I get anxious, and then I have more pain, and so the cycle goes, and it's very difficult to break.
And did you say chronic illness? It cut out a little bit. Did you say chronic? I didn't hear that word.
Yeah, chronic pelvic pain.
Pelvic pain, gotcha. And so it's like, do they think that that's a psychosomatic symptom, or is something physically wrong that they know and they're trying to treat?
Yeah. No.
Do you think it's psychosomatic?
No, they can't find anything physically wrong.
Gotcha. So it definitely, so for all we know, it is psychosomatic, even though that's something that we can't technically like prove. You just feel it, and it's there, and we know it's happening. And that,
Yes.
I'm not sure all about your past and your story, or how much you want to share. But I've had some clients who have like pelvic pain, especially when they have a history of like rape or abuse of any kind. It's almost like the body memories. That's like the best way I can explain it. Have you watched my video on body memories? Almost like our body stores the pain.
I have, yes.
Yeah, it's like our body stores the pain in the places that we may have been hurt. And so it is very common. And I know that you get stuck in a cycle, because it's almost like having a chronic illness. It feels like you have chronic pain, essentially.
Yes.
And so, if it's not actually physical, then the medication they could give you, like none of the painkillers are making it feel better, because it doesn't actually treat what's going on. And so I know it sucks and it's slow going, but I would continue the work in therapy, and like notice when it gets worse. I would like keep a diary of days when it's at its worst and days that it's better, and see if there are things that you can do. Like maybe I did something better for myself that day, or maybe I saw a friend, or maybe I got out, or we can find the things that help it feel better and do those more often. Because that, if we think it's psychosomatic, we have to like treat it from that direction. So give that a try and let me know. Let me know if that helps, because tracking is usually the first thing I have my clients do, just so we kind of know when it's coming and going, and you can start to see patterns. Then there's more stuff we can do.
Yeah.
So.
I did. I've made a sort of a mood diary in which I am trying to keep track of pain as well. So hopefully after a while I can see the patterns.
Yeah, and that'll be that's easy, just adding in like a 1 to 10 scale or whatever for the pelvic pain, and notice, because it's right in line with your mood. That actually would be perfect to put it in the same place. So keep me posted. Let me know if that helps, okay?
Awesome.
Yeah, good to see you, Karen.
Will do.
Okay.
Cool beans. Thank you. It was nice to see you as well.
We'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Okay. Thanks, Nevada Sparkles. You guys were pounding that hitting that like button. Ooh, Aaron, thank you for the tip. And I saw we had a new subscriber when I was talking to Karen, so thank you for subscribing. Ooh, Brittany Ann says that she wants Sean to karaoke. Oh.
I don't know if I feel so good.
You guys can I tell your karaoke story?
No.
Thanks, Amanda. Anyway, Sean does not sing. And we have this funny recording of him when he sang karaoke with one of his buddies, and it's the funniest thing that you've ever heard. Okay. Oh, Pantalina, oh yeah, the ICD in PDF. Definitely send it to my info@katiemorton.com. See if it'll go through. I'm not sure how large it is. I mean, we have an ICD here, but I wonder if it's different. That'd be interesting. It's just a book, you guys. We're talking about diagnosis. But yeah, Pantalina, you can definitely send it.
Well, a message just went across the screen that said, "Do therapists get retrained?" I don't know what that means.
Oh, there was a question. Sean caught it when I was reading the other thing.
It was streaming over your picture.
Oh yeah, that came across the screen when I was trying to answer the ICD question. Do we get retrained in what? Let me know, and I will happily answer it. Oh yeah, I saw Brittany Ann's like, I sent that a while ago. Yeah, it was when I was on with Karen. I waited. I try to do one thing at a time, and he expressed his concerns, and then she gave the little sweaty emoji. They're like, and there's like the sweat drip. Yeah, that's my favorite. Okay, and number 85, you guys, already. Look at us, 29 minutes in. Okay,
let's like 1,000 likes a minute.
Ooh, Letitia's here. Hi, I'm still munching on all of your tasty treats. All of your guys' taste treats, and I folded some origami that Carrie sent, and that is where, isn't the origami... Didn't Jemima come from Carrie? I think Carrie sent that. Oh, and I wanted to also say before I forget, thanks, Manda. Woo woo, Manda's here. And speaking of Manda, she's waiting for a t-shirt like a lot of people are. And I'm sorry that I wanted to have them out this week, but I was waiting for the design from one of the Kenyans. And so she's a little late getting that to me because she was gone. And so we're doing the design I'm going to do this weekend, and then I'm going to make them on Monday and ship them out next week. Okay. And thanks for being patient. I'm so sorry that I wanted to get them out this week, and I'm sorry they're a week later, but I'll get quicker at it as we do these more often. And I'm excited, and Courtney is really excited, my friend who has the screen printer and who's helping me. Oh yeah, Sheepishness is working on the design, you guys. So she really saved me because the other person, ran out of time and couldn't do it. And so I totally understand. But if you want to design a t-shirt, I would encourage you right now to work on it and get it over to me. Just send it to my info@katiemorton.com. I'll start, I'll make sure I'm checking that instead of, because they forward right to my manager. So I don't usually check those, but I'll try to check them and make sure that and Manda's designing one. And so I'm excited to see it too. So if you want to design a t-shirt, send the designs over. Make sure the lines are thick enough because we're screen printing and the thin lines tend to run. And know that we'll do solid colors. So that like rainbow colors or, a lot of swirlies. I'm not that good at that yet. So let's just start. Let's keep it kind of simple. Yeah, so send it over. Send it over. And then if you want to get the t-shirt and be part of the monthly t-shirt club, you can hop over to my Patreon account and you can look at all the little things along the side that tell you what different goals, and it's the $40 mark to do t-shirts. And I wish I could do them cheaper, but shipping is really expensive, you guys.
Oh, look, Emma McGann just showed up
Oh,
Cool. Is she gonna guest? Is she gonna sing? Is she gonna sing? Is she gonna sing?
oh, Emma, do you want to sing?
She's got such a nice voice.
She does. And Kimmy, I may have gotten your package. I'm going to do a mail haul towards the end, or actually about an hour, I said. Okay. Let's see. Emma. Okay. Let's see if does she want to guest? Maybe she's not ready.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not ready. Okay, Aldonze. Aldonze, did I say that right? You let me know. She's been waiting patiently to guest. But yeah, Emma, if you guys haven't seen Emma's live streams, hi, how are you?
Fine, I'm excited. I can't believe I'm
Yay!
I'm in Texas, Houston.
Huh?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Oh, it's cutting out.
Well,
I hear you. Oh.
Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes.
My question is, well, I have PTSD, I'm bipolar, and I might be also borderline personality.
Okay.
Which still, I don't know how they're gonna diagnose it. I've been going to this place for a year and a half, but they're gonna change me to a new medication, which I'm not really crazy. Lithium. I hear really bad comments about it, and I have an alcohol problem, and I have a promiscuity problem, low self-esteem. So I don't know how much will it actually save myself, or it will actually be worse if I'm using alcohol.
It can be dangerous with regard to the alcohol. I mean, so I'll tell you what I know about lithium, and then let me know, if you have other questions. So lithium, truthfully, can be extremely helpful, especially if we struggle with suicidal thoughts. And some of my bipolar patients have done extremely well. Okay. I've even had some teen clients of mine be placed on it. And obviously I'm not a doctor. I don't make the decisions, but their psychiatrists feel it's good for them and they've done extremely well. However, lithium is something we have to worry about because the toxicity level, there's like such a small range we have to stay in. So we have to get regular blood work done. And we don't want to let ourselves get dehydrated, which is why the alcohol stuff worries me because we know that dehydrates us, right? And so I would tell I don't know if they know about your addiction, but I would let them know, like, I really struggle, with alcohol. Do you think this is safe for me? Because it can be really helpful, like I said, but there are other options like Lamictal is one that a lot of my clients have gotten on. That's another mood stabilizer that works similar to lithium but doesn't have those scary side effects. And so I would express your concerns and know that you don't have to, like, it is dangerous. Like you can die, and I don't want that. I don't want you to get dehydrated or end up in the hospital because of it. So I would ask about it and see if maybe Lamictal is a better fit because of the addiction, and see if that helps. Yeah, people are saying Lamictal was good for them.
Yeah. So it's okay. And if I tell my psychiatrist, like, I'm not so crazy about their plan.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, something I always try to tell my clients is like helping you feel empowered because it's actually your treatment. It's your body. It's your mind. You're the one that has to take the medication. And I always want my clients, even if I'm just doing behavioral techniques or whatever, I want you to know that it's your treatment and you have a right to say, I don't like that. That doesn't work for me. I think that's stupid, or this makes me feel sick, or I'm not sure about this. You can always say that. So it's okay to say it. I would just say, I read up a little bit on lithium, and because I struggle with alcohol, I'm worried that it's not safe for me. Are there other options? That's okay.
Okay. Well, I have another question. It's sort of like promiscuity. It's kind of, how can is there a chance to establish a healthy sexual relationship with your partner, even though, because I'm bipolar, my promiscuity, it's actually really high. And most other people are like really low. So how can you cope with it? Because I have the book, The Courage to Heal, as well, because I also heard it was a good book from you. But I haven't gotten to that part. I don't know if there's a part that it can actually point how to get started. Yeah,
in The Courage to Heal, is that what you're talking about? It cut out. Yeah, it's towards the back. It's like the last 2 chapters where it talks about like healthy sex relationship. And something I think, and let me know if once you read that and stuff, but just to talk a little bit about it, I think, especially with alcohol, right? It makes it hard for us to make sound decisions because we're not really in sound mind. And so I would, and it's hard. And so one thing at a time, to be truthful for right now, I would work on the alcoholism portion, because without doing that, it's going to be really hard for you to not be promiscuous. I would obviously encourage you to try to be as safe as possible. Make sure you're on birth control. Always carry condoms with you. Keep yourself as safe as you can from just like any kind of STD or anything like that. But I would, as you work in therapy, know that if you start talking about that and you start processing and doing the Courage to Heal workbook and all of that stuff, it'll definitely make that get worse at first.
It's just in Texas, it's kind of everybody's so conservative. And they actually around the topic. It's like we are not open to talk about sexuality whatsoever, pretty much in therapy. They kind of go back to my symptoms instead of that.
Instead of like working through it. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just have to talk to my therapist. Maybe I'll get another one. I don't know.
Yeah, try and keep me posted on that, because getting the right help can mean the world, It can really, and I know this sounds like a silly thing to say, but it's the truth, is like, it's so, people have such judgment about sexual promiscuity, but it's very common, and it's definitely a part of like abuse past and drug addiction, alcohol addiction, like all of that stuff. It's so closely tied, and we need to be able to talk about it, and we need to be able to process through it and know that it's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person, and you can overcome the urges and learn where it's coming from, and you can have a healthy sexual relationship and a happy, wonderful, marriage if that's something you want. It's just learning to cope, learning for other ways for you to cope about it. Because right now it's like we're just using the alcoholism to kind of numb out, and then we're almost self-injuring with the promiscuity.
Yes, it feels like if I don't even want to get better, sometimes it's just like, I'll just drink to it.
Yeah. And it's okay. You're going through a hard time. You've had a lot of stuff, So give yourself like permission to work through it and know that it can be hard, but it will get better. And the Courage to Heal workbook is great. I'm glad you're doing that. Take your time with it. Know that you might want to skip a chapter because it's too much, and then you can go back.
A lot.
Because it's a lot, exactly. So, yeah, keep us posted. But it's the last 2 chapters that talk about building a healthy sexual relationship again. So if you want to skip forward and read it once, just to see, then you can come back and do it again, at another time if you want to like work through it slowly.
Thank you very much, Katie.
Yeah, I'm glad
that actually helped. I didn't know there was something wrong with me. I was just like, oh, I'm just different. But actually very much, because your channel actually saved my life in many cases, many different ways.
Oh, I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you found the community. Yeah. Happy to help.
Okay.
Nothing's wrong with you. Of course.
All right.
Good to see you. Bye.
Very much. I'll keep on contact, and I'll keep telling about your channel.
That was weird. It cut out. But good to see you, Aldon. Thank you for being on. And I think I said that right. Okay, Emma, are you ready to sing? We have a musical guest. It's our musical interlude. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for guesting me.
Of course. Thanks for being on.
That's cool. I'll sing just one song if that's okay.
That's perfect.
Great. And also, I want to say thank you to you personally, because I've felt for a very long time that there's a lot of people that use this platform here on YouNow, and they need a positive voice like yours. So thank you for all your broadcasts. I think they're really, really awesome. And keep up the good work.
Of course.
You're really good.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, no worries. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road is rough ahead, you're miles and miles from the nice one. Just remember what you always say, 'cause you've got a friend in me. You 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 got problems, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. And stick together. might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger, stronger, too, maybe, but no one will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy. As the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Skip-a-da-ba-ba-bum-ba, ya-da-bum-ba-ba-bum. There you go.
Yay! You're so talented. Thank you for coming on. Oh, I love that song.
It's a good song.
It is. All the feels, you know?
All of the feels. Hey, are you heading to VidCon in Amsterdam or Anaheim this year?
I am. Both.
Awesome.
You gonna be
Okay,
there?
well, I hope to see you there.
Yeah, you're gonna be there? Okay, awesome. Are you on Twitter, I'd assume?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. It's just the same as my U now.
Okay, I'll find you there and we can DM and connect. I'd love to meet up.
That sounds good. Cool. Have a great broadcast. See you later.
Yeah, thanks, Emma. Even Sean's cheering. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you so much. Isn't she wonderful? Ugh, all the feels. Carly, thanks for introducing us to her. She's amazing. What a good song. What a good pick. Gotta love it. Oh. I love Emily B says, so glad she risked her job. That was a good one. So thank you so much, Emma. And I love what you do, and I'm excited to meet you. So I'm going to have to follow her on Twitter and connect. You guys, so cool. Yeah, Carly, she is a badass. Ooh, thanks, Caitlin P. I know, that's so good. That was such a good feel-good song.
I like having musical guests.
I know, I do love having a musical guest. Maybe Emma and I'll like try to, work something out. Maybe I'll guest over there and give some advice on her channel, and then she'd come over and give us a beautiful musical interlude. It's just great. I love it. I know, Marjorie, she does make you want to sing again. I used to sing in choir, I don't know if you guys remember, back in the day when I had more free time and was better at taking care of myself. I'm working on it now. Don't fret. Because a lot of people asked actually about the video that came out on Thursday talking about running out of, empathy. And people are like, how do you do it? And I think a lot of it is the fact that the weird thing I find about being online is that I get out of it, I feel like the same, if not more, than I put into it because of all of you. Like, I put a comment, I don't know if it was on Snapchat or Instagram. Does anybody remember? There was a comment that was posted on the drug and alcohol video, and they said that they're like essentially went into treatment because of me and watching this video, and then they just got out and they watched it again. They're now 6 months, sober, and they thanked me for it. And that gives me all the feels. And then I'm like, oh, and that's like me getting back my water, right? Or me gaining more poker chips, or the spoon. People talk about the spoon theory, and I am very familiar with it. But I like to use that exclusively for chronic illness because I think it's a really good demonstration. But I see how it's the same as kind of like the poker chip analogy. Ooh, top 60, you guys, woo, woo, woo. So anyway, that's kind of how I think I stay afloat with it because of all of you. And I love watching when you comment back and forth amongst each other, like sharing what's helped you and what's worked for you, and even sharing videos and talking on the website. And I don't know, you guys help fill me up so that I can keep doing what I do. So thank you. Mwah. From the bottom of my heart. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys like that video? Good. Oh, analogies. Analogies, Breezy's asking analogies, and I don't know if you don't know what the word means, but I'll explain that and I'll explain the different ones I use. So analogies are just, how would you say what that is? An analogy is when you take a different example of something to demonstrate a point you're trying to make. Like an analogy would be me in the video, I explained how every morning emotionally or empathically you wake up with, let's say, 10 poker chips. Oh, Sean says he pulled up the analogy definition. A comparison between two things, typically the purpose of explanation or clarification. I think I did a good job. I think that's kind of what I said. So the example, the analogy that I gave was like you wake up with an empathic amount of poker chips, and if something bad happens or if I have to give some out, I drop some, right? I'm like, oh, and I run out of them over the day.
I think we should have Kenyan poker chips.
We should have Kenyan poker chips. But then I feel like I'm like promoting gambling.
No.
So anyway, but that's kind of how it works. And so I use that, like that you run out of them over the course of the day. And people with chronic illness, there's a great article. If you want to Google spoon theory, you can read these stories. They talk about having spoons. And this person talked about how they explained it to, get retrained yearly. Okay, and then I'll answer that in just a second. But so she talks about, like, if I wake up and I am extra sore, or it's hard for me, right? So you have chronic pain, I have to pay out 5 spoons, and I only have 8 or something. So she uses that to explain how chronic illness can lay you up all day and you can't do anything and you're out of spoons. And she gives her friend a couple spoons from a table and like shows it to her. It's like, what'd you do today? Oh, you showered? I'm going to need 2 spoons. That was a lot of energy. And so that's how she explains it to her. And it's really, really great. Look it up. Okay. So someone asked, I think it was Caitlin, if I remember correctly, it came across the screen, if I get retrained yearly. Therapists, this is why there are some shitty therapists out there. We do not get retrained essentially ever. However, what we do is, because we're licensed, in order to maintain our license, we have to complete what we call CEUs, or continuing education units. And we can do these in any kind of topic that interests us, other than our first year being licensed. There are certain structured ones we have to do. But after that, you kind of take whatever CEUs you want. Like, for instance, I've done some CEUs on depression in men because I thought that was a really interesting topic. Sexual assault and recovery. What was the other one I did? Oh, sex therapy with couples. Anyway, so you take these units, and we're required every 2 years to finish 36 hours of it. And so, like, my license will come up to be renewed this October, and so I have to have completed my 36 hours by then. The only thing is that some people just either don't pay attention or pick things that they already know about and therefore don't expand their knowledge, or, don't retain the information, and they can just be shitty at their jobs, right? So that's really how we do. Okay, so let's go over to Patreon. Remember, I said we're going to toggle back over, so let's go to Patreon and answer some questions. Okay, my question is, I've been in therapy for 4 years already. This year is my 5th, and I've been struggling with my mental health issues during this period of time. I still have things to work on in therapy. Does that mean I might not be symptom-free and happy ever, considering it's been this long? I thought this was a great question, because how long is, Emily, you can ask your question again. Sean's telling me I'm starting to talk loud. I get excited and I talk loud, but it makes my throat hurt, so bring it down.
I'm just looking up here.
He is. He's being really helpful is what he's doing. But I think this is a great question, because a lot of us, number 53. The email, Kimmy, is info@katiemorton.com. So to get back to the question, being in therapy for 5 years is a really long time. And it depends. The truth of it is, it really depends on what we're working on, because I don't want to give anyone limitations on how long you should be in therapy, because truthfully, I've been in and out of therapy essentially since I was 16, 17. Like, there's no judgment. But I'd gone actually like a year or two at a time where I'm not in therapy. And that would be my goal for each and every one of you. Because if we're in therapy and we're working through things, and as long as we feel, I'm putting my thoughts together as I say this, but as long as we feel that we are still working towards our goals and moving in that direction and getting better, I think being in therapy is great. However, if we spend like a year being stagnant and not moving forward, that's an intense conversation that you need to have with your therapist, like ASAP, because my mind as a therapist goes to, it's about 6 months when I start to be like, we need to potentially refer you out. Maybe you need inpatient, maybe you need a higher level of care, maybe you need different care. Oh, thanks, Cantalea. Am I saying that right? What a beautiful name. Thank you. Let me know if you have a question. So as long as you're still moving towards your goals, it's good. If we stop moving towards any goals and we're like stuck, then we need to consider if we need to take a break from therapy, or if we need to get a higher level of care. We need to see what's happening. And so I always, that's when you start to have the conversation. And I know that some therapists may not be comfortable having that conversation. Ooh, Cassandra Whitcomb. Woo, you guys are so generous today. It's finally Friday. Woo. So, anyways, those are my thoughts about it. Because you've been in therapy for so long, that in no way means that you won't ever be happy. a lot of my clients who've been in therapy for long periods of time are ones that have sustained a lot of abuse or trauma, or struggle with a lot of dissociation because of that. And so part of like a year of the work is just bringing them down to ground so that they can actually do the trauma work. So just being patient with the process, but being open to having that conversation with your therapist, because 5 or 6 years, you should feel like you've made some progress. I would encourage you to spend a couple sessions with your therapist talking about what you've gone through and what you've worked on and what things you've improved, because that way, then you can actually see that you are moving forward or not. And that would help you make the decision of whether maybe you need more care, maybe you need to take a break. But know that that's all okay, right? It's a process. It's not perfection. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Oh, can't quite see it all the way, but it's a process, not perfection. It'll take some time, and everyone's path is different. Okay? Let's do, and stay.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I have another question. It says, hey, Katie, I'm supposed to be in my older sister's wedding, but my mom will be in it too. I haven't talked to my mom in almost 3 months, and I have no intention of talking to her. How do I deal with her also being in the wedding? I have mixed feelings about being in the wedding. I'm thinking I should have said no. My older siblings don't talk to me very often now, and I don't want to talk to my mom. Any advice? I think it's up to you. It depends on... Oh, thanks, Erin. Woo, woo. There's a couple of things. First being, how close are you to your older sister, and how important it is to her and you that you're in the wedding? That's what I would consider first. Because whenever we're going to put up boundaries or we're going to have to manage icky situations, I always want us to consider ourselves and the situation first, because I want to make sure it's good for you. If you don't want to do it, if it sounds terrible, if you're really stressing, if it's like a bad situation, I don't want you in that situation. And I don't know what happened with your mom to make you not want to talk to her, but I assume you had your reasons. And so thanks, Amanda. Woo, woo, woo. So those are my thoughts first. So spend some time thinking about it, figuring out. I want you to consider why you cut your mom off. I want you to consider why you said yes, you'd be in the wedding. Okay. Then the next thing is, because I was a bride, so I understand that like it's not really the best time to talk to your older sister about this and like try to hash it out, because she's got a lot on her mind. But it's something that you can think about. What situations are you going to have to be there with her? Can you have a supportive friend come with you? Can they sit with you? Is there someone that's going to be in the room when you're getting ready and stuff that you can hang out with? Or you can be the first to go, get your hair and makeup done or whatever's going on and leave. Because unless you decide that you're fine saying no, you don't want to be in it, and that's okay, and your sister's going to be okay with it. If that's not the case, then we have to find a way to structure the event around keeping you sane and happy, healthy. And so that's going to involve boundaries around like, what am I going to do? I want you to think through all the different scenarios. Like, what am I going to do if my mom tries to talk to me? Maybe you just have one little snippet that you say and you walk away. Know that it's okay to walk away. And then I think having a support is the best thing. If you can have someone there with you, honestly, that usually, in my experience, helps the most. So let me know. I know that this is on Patreon, so you can message me back and let me know. But that's my like preliminary advice, is like first think about it and decide what's best for you and your sister, and like assess the situation, make your decision. And then from there we can decide whether we need to talk through the event, plan for the event. And I'd even practice what you're going to say to your mom if we get to that far, right? If that's what you want to do, I want you to feel confident in what you're going to say. And then we keep you safe. We have the boundaries. We walk away. We set up a plan, all of that stuff. Okay? Yeah, Jalen even says, I had to deal with my sister in my wedding just to keep the peace. It was awful. It can be really, really hard. Okay, blocking somebody. There's somebody in here who's being a jerk. I don't see them. Sean, do you see them? Oh, yeah. Yep.
We won't say their name because we don't give them any
Well, it's also a terrible name. Okay, blocked.
Well, the name says it all.
The name does say it all. For any of you who know. They have been blocked. Ta-da! Ooh, Dan, the Newfie man. Are you from Newfoundland?
We got a Noof in here?
We've got a Noof, maybe. I don't know. We don't know. Because maybe...
the eyes from the rock?
I don't know if it's Newfie that way. Dan, you're going to have to let us know. But also, Dan, if you are a Newfie, do you watch Trailer Park Boys? Because I can't get enough. And they're Newfies.
No,
and
they're not Newfies.
They're not?
They're from Nova Scotia.
Oh, they're from Nova Scotia. You're right. Damn, so close. My Canadian geography is not what it should be, having been with a Canadian for, 8, 9 years? We don't know. A long time.
What do you mean we don't know?
We don't.
I know.
How long?
9 years.
9? 9. Carrie, you sent the back scratcher, and I was like, oh, that's how Sean combs my hair. But Carrie sent that back scratcher. I was like, oh my God, Sean is going to love this. And he loves it. He was using it the other day, and he just cracks me up. Anyway. Okay. So Danny is asking, she says, my school counselor is really bothering me. She thinks I'm feeling a certain way and I'm not. She just isn't why does it jump? Control the scroll. Oh, Danny, I lost it. Son of a biznatch. Will you ask it again? It only lets me scroll back so far. Ugh, so frustrating, but I try. So ask your question. I also saw Sophie Joe, you had a question. I was going to answer that next. Here we go. Thanks, Danny. My new school counselor is really bothering me. She thinks I'm feeling a certain way, but I'm not. She just isn't the same as my old one. Any tips? Okay, so that's the new question. Dealing with a new school counselor that we don't like, essentially. Are there any other options? I know some schools have multiple counselors, and per your request, you can actually ask to be changed to the other one. It doesn't always work like 100%, but I'd say I have like a 86% success rate getting my clients switched to someone they feel more comfortable with. If you don't have that ability, if there isn't someone else, it's two things. There's one thing that we could like try to find a therapist on our own outside of school. I know that might be hard and you might not be able to. I know that you live at home. Oh, thanks, Alicia Marie. Woo, woo, woo. So, okay, Sophie Joe, I'll answer that. I'll try to hold it, but if I can't control the scroll, you might have to ask it again. So that's the first, is like trying to find a therapist that you do like outside of it. Or what happened to your old school therapist, or old school counselor? Is she somewhere where you can see her? Sometimes that works too. But if that's not an option, then my second idea would be to talk to the school counselor and to be honest about your frustration. And it's okay to say in a nice way, you know, a lot of times you assume I'm feeling this way, but this is really what's going on, and it would really help if you would believe me when I tell you this. Thanks, Manda. Woo woo. So that's what I would encourage you to do. And I know it's hard to speak up for ourselves, and I know we don't want to cause trouble, but it's really a great way to practice, like, advocating for yourself and speaking up and being confident and trusting that you know how you feel and you want them to be helpful. And you could even say, you know, the old school counselor used to do this and that really helped me. Is that something that you think you could do? Because that's okay. They might just not know, and they might not realize how hard it is for you and how invalidating it feels. So give that a try, Danny, and let us know. Okay? Sophie Joe's question is, Katie, my eating disorder therapist said we are doing mantra in my next session. Do you know what it is? Yes. Here's ooh, Karishma. That's another beautiful name. We have so many cool names on here. Oh, we're almost at 30,000, you guys. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, what? They unfanned me. I got an email, you guys, from you now when we were on, and it says account security. Oh, no. That has nothing to do with me. That was actually just them saying that something was happening to other people. I was just seeing because Carly said it unfanned her. Make sure you're fanned. Then if you forget, you get notified when I go live. And maybe I'll do one like willy-nilly out of the blue. Who knows? Maybe when I'm traveling, I'll do one on my phone if the service is good enough. I don't know. I always worry it'll be like, Okay, so to answer Sophie Joe's question, a mantra is something that we tell ourselves. We do it in, I think it's more of like a meditation-driven / yoga-driven thing. Oh, Keely, the likes. And Alicia, 100 likes. Woo, woo, woo. The truth of it is, we got to 30,000. Amanda, 400. Woo, woo, make it rain. Smash that like button. Huh? Sean's dying.
You look like a truck driver. Do your like.
Oh, this
the horn.
That I remember.
Quick,
that
capture the moment.
There was that old Snapchat filter that was like the truck driver. Loved it. Make it rain. See, they liked it. Sean's like dying over there. Think it's so funny. So the mantras are when you repeat sayings to help improve your mood. Because remember, we're answering Sophie Joe's question. I'm sorry for those of you rewatching this. I get extremely distracted because you have to see all that's happening. Like right now, K Gold, and we have a new subscriber. Yeah. Woo. So anyways, that's funny that they can pick an egg. They pick an egg. So mantras you repeat. Like, for instance, my mantra, and you can actually see it over my shoulder here, is my Post-it note. It's actually this one up top that says, life has my back. Because that's a mantra that I tell myself to help me feel better. And so that's what they are. And it could be anything that you work on. I usually have my clients work on them in therapy with me to pick ones that feel good to them. And so that could be anything from like life has my back to I've gotten through this before to I know at my heart I'm a good person. I'm trying my best. It could be any of these little phrases that we kind of just repeat and repeat and repeat. How about that? Allie says to you, Sean.
Oh, I'm going to play it for you in a second here.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's the latest, greatest thing I've ever seen.
Are we going to get dinged on YouTube for it?
No.
Oh, the cash me outside thing? What does that even mean? I'm not cool, you guys. I'm not cool. Yeah, just keep swimming. Deborah's talking about it. So mantras are things you repeat to help you feel better. And so your therapist will work with you to create ones that feel good to you. And then you repeat them during your day. When you're having a hard time, you say them over and over to yourself. And it helps. And it's part of, the reason I say it's part of meditation and yoga is I believe it comes from like that space and that belief system of like, almost like the karma, like we're putting good out there, right? We're saying good things and we slowly will help we'll believe it and it'll help us feel better and we'll get better. I hope that makes sense. Cash Me Outside is a girl. Oh, it's a girl on Dr. Phil?
Yes, it's the most ridiculous one.
Is she like, did she say it on accident?
No, she's like...
Thanks, Mike Kemp. We got a new subscriber. Woo, woo, woo. What? She thinks she's... Okay, we're going to watch this, guys. I'm sorry. Wow.
The hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes?
Yep.
She's 13 years old?
Wow.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Catch her outside and she'll go outside and do what she has to do.
Like beat you up? Is that like,
She's
we'll
not-
take this outside?
Oh yeah.
This is all, but don't you see that this is all mouth? This is mouth.
My mom would kill
Do
me.
you want to take this outside? Because I think they can bring cameras outside.
Really?
She's like this big.
You want to do?
Her mom should be ashamed.
Cash me outside, how about that?
How about that?
Dr. Phil says, where does this come from? The mom says, it's from the street.
It's from the street. What street? She probably lives in like Orange County.
Oh
Shit.
my god.
Kids these days. Am I right? She's coming back to Dr. Phil maybe.
Well, yeah, she was like an internet sensation.
Well, yeah.
He's such a vampire that he's like, ooh, fame.
See, that's the thing that bothers me. We're number 45. Just as a random side note, and then I'm going to guess some of you, so get ready. Because I feel like I don't want to waste your time. Oh, did I see your question, Wade? Did we see Wade's question? Was it in the chat, or did it come across the screen? I'm looking. Yeah, same, Kimmy. My mom would have beat my ass, and I would have gone straight to bed. But the one thing, random thing I wanted to say is sometimes people will reach out and they're like, hey, we're doing this reality TV show. I haven't been cast in anything, or, anything. Oh, yay, Emily's off work. Woo, woo. But people will reach out and I'm like, that's really exploitative of people who are hurting and I don't like that. And that's why I don't like Dr. Phil, is a lot of times I feel like he exploits people's hurt. And that's not something I want to get behind.
Exploiting a 13-year-old.
Yeah, and also I feel like you're giving her...
Plus, he's got the worst advice.
And you're just reinforcing bad behavior. Like, don't give her more attention because she's acting like an idiot. You should give her less attention. So, yeah. Anyways. And I always tell people that I felt bad. I was in this meeting like months ago. And I was like, I just don't want to be anything like Dr. Phil. I have no respect for him. And one person meeting's like, oh, I worked on that show for a while. I was like, ooh, awkward moments. But hey, gotta speak your truth, Okay. Yeah, seriously, Maggie, mine too. I'd be disowned. I'm 23 if that was me at 13. I'd still be grounded. It's so true, Allie. Oh my god. Oh, thanks, Amanda. Okay, let's guess somebody. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Chloe, and then Danny, it looks like you're up next. Chloe is here from Australia, it looks like.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just going to cover it up because it goes on YouTube.
That's totally fine, and that's fine for anybody watching. I know it gives a lot of people anxiety. You can totally block the camera. So what's up?
So, I just recently had to stop with my counselor because she was pro-suicide, which was really bad. And now I've got, like, all these things stacking up. I don't know how to, like, handle them all sort of thing. And they've come, like, all at once. And I'm like, ah.
So when you say she was pro-suicide, I'm confused. What does that mean?
Like, literally, she was like, oh, well, it could be an option. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I'm a part of this. Yeah. And I was like, I don't, I like left and I was like, I don't understand. Like, what is this?
Yeah. That doesn't, I mean, I can understand the therapist saying, like, I understand you're feeling that way, but let's talk through it. There are other things we can do. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm glad you stopped seeing her. She sounds shitty. That's that's the best way I could say it. Do you have another option? Sorry, I don't know. Did you say if you can see someone else or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm on a waiting list. It's a really long waiting list.
You're in Australia? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the question? I'm sorry. I got distracted with the pro-suicide thing.
Oh,
I was like, wait.
I think I've got all these different things that have happened at like one time and it's like, I don't know how to handle all this on my own.
Yeah. Do you have any extra support? Like, do you have really supportive friends or family at all?
Not really. They're not really about mental health.
Everybody does. I was just curious. There are a couple things you could do. I don't know what exactly you're struggling with specifically, but I have my workbooks and we have the community that's here to support. And I would encourage you to journal. And I know it's like, ugh, but it can really, really help.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something you've tried.
Yeah, I've been trying it lately when I've been seeing your videos. It's like it sort of helps with some things.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I think that, I mean, it's obviously not going to help with everything because there's nothing like talking to someone and getting, sage advice and tools. But I think there's a lot we can do on our own, especially if we're waiting, right? So I would try to journal like at least like 3 times a week would be the goal I would set.
Okay.
And just, even if it's just jotting down how you're feeling and what's going on. And then there are a ton of workbooks. If you need recommendations, I have them on my website. You can find them. And then I have my free ones you can download that way too, depending on what it is that you're struggling with most. And I would start with that and then, use the chat on the website on katiemorton.com to get some support if you need it. I know sometimes it's easier online to talk with people because you don't have to see them in person and they don't, it gives us a little more anonymity. So that would be my advice, just to help you get a little more support, but keep us posted. Let me know if that kind of helps. And people are sending Kenyan hugs and everything over to let you know that we're support. Yeah.
That's sweet. Also, with your live streams, because I'm in Australia, I have to get up at like 5 a.m. to get on them. Is there any way you'd be able to do them later on during the day? I totally understand if you wouldn't be able to.
What time is it there now?
Now I think it's about 7 o'clock.
In the morning?
So I have to get up. Yeah.
I can do them later, definitely. Instead of doing them at noon, I can try to do like a Friday, like a happy hour at like 4 or 5 p.m. So that would be like 5 hours later than it was today. Would that be better?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that next week. Thanks for letting me know. It's hard for me to keep track of everybody. Yeah. Yeah, Bree says it's 4 a.m. for her, so I'll do some later ones.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm glad you're on, Chloe. Thanks for guesting. Okay.
We call it the Australian Kenyan happy hour.
Yeah, the Australian Kenyan happy hour. I know, it's hard. I know 4 a.m. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm doing my best. Oh, and that's a great time for you, sheepishness, the 4. It's 1 a.m. in Germany. Oh, that's 1 a.m. in Germany. That's the thing. It's like, I've got a solution, you guys. Since we're doing 2 live streams a week right now, 1 would be earlier and 1 would be later. Compromise.
That's a good question. It's been coming from Wade.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Wade is. What's the question, honey? My dad. It's not big enough. Oh,
man. It's just
there.
Give me a second.
It's okay. Just copy and paste. Wade, Sean saw your question, and we're going to answer. I was looking for it, but sorry. It's like hard to keep up with everything.
making it larger in my note sheet.
Allie said, I think you should just be in 10 places once. Not too much to ask, I don't think. I'm doing my best. Okay, so Wade's question. My dad kissed me and was touching me the other day, and I'm scared, and it's keeping me awake. Is it normal to react like this, Katie? I'm so sad and scared. Definitely. Tell somebody, please. I know when things happen like this, it can feel... We don't even know how it feels, to be honest. A lot of my clients will say, I just froze. I didn't even know. Like, I'm overwhelmed. What was I supposed to do? And you're not supposed to know what to do. The only thing we have to do when we're touched inappropriately or kissed inappropriately, because a parent can kiss a child, but I'm assuming, like, touching me, it sounds like you were sexually abused. And we need to speak up about it, because the truth is, when we lay silent and we let whatever threats maybe they said to us sink in and think that they have any validity, that's when we end up hurting ourselves more. And it can go on for a long time before we end up reaching out. And I would just encourage you to tell someone. Tell someone who's safe. Tell a school counselor. Tell a teacher. Tell a family friend. Tell anybody that you trust. Okay, and I know you're nervous, but the truth is that you have rights too, and you have a right to feel safe in your home and to feel, Cece, I'll look for your question, definitely. I think that it's important for you to speak up so it doesn't happen again. And to think also, like, for instance, Nikki Fitch was telling us last time in sharing that she had finally reported, I want to say it was her dad. I'm not 100% sure because it was a couple weeks ago or last week, but she reported her dad for abusing her finally all these years later because he was around other children and she was worried it was going to happen to someone else. And I think that the truth is right now, I don't want it to happen again to you, and I want you to feel safe. And therefore, we're going to have to speak up and tell someone. And I know it's going to suck. It's going to be so hard, but I don't want it to happen to you again. And going through it longer is going to make it that much harder. And know that you have our support. If you want to hop on the website and get some extra support and love from people to make sure you know you're doing the right thing, because we need to speak up. I can't say it enough. It's not your fault. You did nothing to ask for it. And you have every right to report it and tell someone, because we need to get you in a safe place. And just hang in there. We're here for you. We'll support you. I know it'll be hard, but trust me, it gets better, okay? And we don't want this to keep happening, okay? I'm sending love. Let us know. Keep us posted, Wade, okay? But yeah, I would please talk to someone. Talk to someone you trust and someone that you love and you know loves you, okay? Yeah, of course, Wade. Thanks for asking your question. Thanks for being brave enough to ask it here and to tell us. I know it's hard even to speak up about it, so thanks for coming on. Okay. Yeah, Maggie says that she kept quiet, and after I told the truth, it felt so much better. And it can, for a lot of people, feel like a weight is lifted because the potential threats they've made and just the way that abuse can make us feel, we don't realize how hard it is on us. And I think once you finally speak up and say something, you feel so much better. Okay? Okay, I'm going to answer Karishma's question, and then we're going to do a mail haul. Are y'all ready? Okay. Karishma says, can you please talk about starting a relationship after sexual assault? I think the thing about it, oh yeah, of course, Chloe, of course. Happy to help. I'm glad that you could be on, even, and just blocking the thing is such a good idea. So starting a healthy relationship after sexual assault really means that we need to be very careful and protective of ourselves and very particular about who we spend our time with. And so I would encourage you to, date slowly. Only go on one date a week and slowly get to know them, because before anything happens, we need to feel safe enough to tell them about our past so that when things do get sexual, if that, as it's moving forward, they understand where we're coming from and can respect our decision to say, okay, that's enough for now. And I know it might not be the most comfortable thing for them, or they may be frustrated, but if we slowly get to know them until we feel safe to share our past, then we can feel safe to move at a pace that is good for us and feels good for us. And I think that's the hardest part, is that often I'll have clients who struggle to speak up and to say how they're feeling and if that's too fast or what's okay with them. And then it'll feel traumatizing again, like something has happened again. And that's the part that I want to like protect against and I want to keep you safe from. And that's why the ending of the Courage to Heal workbook is so amazing, because it really walks you through how to do that. So I would encourage you to get that workbook and to read through that, because it's really about us slowly moving forward and feeling a trust and a safety with the person that we're being intimate with, and knowing that we can say no and they will stop and we feel in control. And it's like it sounds weird, but it's going to be a whole new feeling to you, and it's going to take some time for you to be okay with it, be more comfortable, and then the next step is actually being able to enjoy sex and know that you can and it can get there. It's just we need someone who's going to be patient with us because they understand where we're coming from. Thanks, Erin. Woo woo. So I hope that that is helpful. I know that that's a lot, and I know that it takes a lot of, you know, it's emotionally difficult and it's hard to work through, but you can get there. Okay. Yeah, and Sadie says, yeah, I'm working on that part too. And it's hard, but it's like a work in progress, and it can and will get better. Okay. So we're going to do, oh, sorry, not quite. Hold on. Hold the music. I forgot Cece had asked a question and had me look for it. When do you know school is becoming too stressful and becoming too bad for your mental health that you should take a break? Great question. And then, oh, and Nazanin, hold your question and ask it when I'm done with the mail haul. Cool? Cool? Okay.
What's up, Fatima?
So to answer the question about Cece's question, sorry, I got overheated for a second. If you find that you're struggling to keep up with school, and no matter what you do, it's not getting any better, and you're really having a hard time, and your grades are slipping, you need to take a break. Because that's just really the end of it. Like, even for work, it's like if I'm struggling to keep up with work and my mental health is deteriorating and I'm not able to do my job. So with school, if my grades are falling, if I can't keep up with it, and I just find it just feels like I'm like sliding off a cliff, we need to take a break. We need to get out for a bit, because we need more help and more support. And there are so many resources and ways that your therapist or your school counselor can make sure that that isn't detrimental to your record. It's not going to mess with your GPA. There are a lot of things that we can do to make sure that you get the help you need and are able to go back to school and be okay when you're feeling better, and know that it's completely okay. Okay?
People are saying that you should rest your voice before you do the mail haul. So I'm going to play some music. You're going to jam.
Rest my voice. I'm okay. Bye, Dan the Newfie Man. Of course, Cece. It's not. It's like I can only dance from the shoulders up. It's, you know what this.
You're number 39.
Ooh, you guys, you know what this music is? It's the YouTube free music. Cause Sean and I, we're so cool.
we wrote the free music only.
You gotta go, you know, royalty free tracks from YouTube.
Cash me outside. How about that?
I know, right? Kel Rhea's like, white girl dancing, me too. Just only shoulders. Okay, and Sean, can you bring the mail over, actually?
The Kenyan Boogie?
It's the Kenyan Boogie.
I'm just going to hand you one piece at a time. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right, what do you want?
Keeping
do you want
it
a
legal.
letter? Do you want a package? What do you...
I'd like a package, please, and then we can cut the tunes.
A package?
Okay, yes.
Right, I get to
roll up my sleeves. Do you guys like this old school sweatshirt? I think I'm actually going to get rid of it in my clean out.
How good people are writing it.
Oh, yeah. Honestly,
Sorry.
the Kenyan Boogie, I love it, Chloe. Is this okay? We've got a package here. Package. Ooh, it's from Sydney all the way. I don't know where that is.
Where? Let's see.
Is that? MI? Is that right?
Michigan.
Michigan? Okay, I was like, is that? There's a G in there.
It's a Michiganer.
I gotta get my scissors. My skizzers. Okay. Look at this cool pack it's even in. Ooh, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I'm getting better. It's because of shiny objects. It's like the computer is the opposite. Oh, I can just pull tab it. Wow, Sydney. So amazing. Let's see. Let's see what I got. You guys, I have to be honest. When Alexa was over and we were... Oh, thanks, Manda. When Alexa was over and we were filming, I was sharing with her those books. Do you remember one of the Kenyans, one of our community members made those books for children with mental illness? She was like, your community is amazing. And I was like, be jealous. I know. We're the coolest. Okay. Oh, you guys. Okay, first of all, I got a letter, which I'll read on my own when the live stream is over. But look at the art. Isn't this the coolest thing you've ever seen? Look at how beautiful. Do you guys look? Sydney, this is beautiful. Look at it all. I'm going to have to redecorate. Oh, life has just begun. That's a good one. That's a good mantra. Add that to the mantra list. You guys, we're just going to be rolling through these. Look how beautiful. Oh my God. Look. Wow.
This person is awesome.
Oh my, I think preliminarily, this is my favorite.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at those happy little trees. Happy little trees.
Seriously, you gotta get some frames for
this. I know. We're gonna frame this shit. I'm not, no lies. It's beautiful.
Be talented, yo.
Yeah, you guys. Oh,
I like the edging on the
strobing.
paper too.
I'm sorry about the strobing. If anybody has epilepsy, I'm so sorry. Please look away. And then the final one. Look. It says, because when you stop and look around, life is pretty amazing. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. I am going to have to, any recommendations on where to find good frames?
Saying t-shirt designs.
Oh yeah, t-shirt designs. I'll bring these to Courtney because she's my screen printer extraordinaire. I am a total neophyte. I have no idea what I'm doing. But this is so cool. Thank you so much, Sydney. I love it. Okay, next one. This is from Kayla from Wisconsin. I don't know why I like to tell you guys where it comes from because I always think that's cool. And I love it when the lady at the P.O. box is like, you're international. And I'm like, I am. Ooh, you guys, so much good art. Look at this. Isn't that cute? I love the little... Oh, thanks, Kayla. You matter. You guys, remember that. It's true. Read it again. Okay. I love it. And then I got a card on... Aw. Thanks, Kayla. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, I'm gonna read this. I usually cry when I read your letters, but it's good tears. It's very good tears. Okay. What's happening?
I was just...
Sean's opening my mail.
I'm not. I was...
Lucy B, new subscriber.
Where it's coming from.
I was like, he's opening my mail. I don't want to...
I was just getting the address up.
So I'd show you the pack, but it's just a DHL pack. And I believe it's from Australia. Yes, yes. And I'm going to...
Wait, the person sent 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. I think I know who this is from.
Samantha.
Oh. How come that didn't open it? When you cut through something and then you find out you cut the wrong thing. Okay. I always get scared to cut into the package because I don't want to like ruin something that you've sent me. Some beautiful art or something, right? Okay.
So then this goes with
Ooh
it.
la la. Okay, it's a double pack. And this is from... it's from Samantha. Ooh, okay, so they go together. I'm going to open both and then assess because sometimes if there's 2 pieces to one thing, I want to make sure that we open both. They're both from Samantha? Wow.
Well, so Samantha Wills something limited.
Oh,
so
it's not...
No, I think that's the company that made
You know
this.
who I think this is from? Is this from Emily? Is Emily here? It's a little early for Emily.
Is there a letter in there or something? So,
there probably will be.
Okay. I just wanted to...
Because she said she was looking for... I remember you guys when you talk to me. I listen and I read all your comments. Anyways, Emily told me she was looking for the right thing to send me and she found it. So, I'm really not that hard to buy for, by the way. I like everything. I love everything.
It's not really even about the gifts.
No, it's not really the gifts.
Actually, handmade gifts are just as good as...
I really just like the thought. I like the letters. I like the art. I like it all. I just like you. That's the truth. You guys... Anybody know what Samantha Wills is? It must be a brand in Australia, but this is beautiful. Do you see this? I don't want to open it in case something falls out, but it says Samantha Wills along the edge.
Oh my God, that's really nice.
Oh, there's a thing inside. Oh, it's jewelry.
What?
Wow, look how beautiful. Can you see like all the detail? Wow. Wow, you guys. You spoil me rotten. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. Okay, and it's so funny because we're just talking about mantras. It's like, sometimes do you ever just think, you know, life has my back when things like all come together at the same time. It says beautiful mantras for the soul to wear close to your heart. And it's a necklace. And it's like rose gold. Oh, and it's it says, I'm not sure, is it French, Sean? It's vivre, V-I-V-R-E, like live, right? Rire, R-I-R-E, rire.
Vivre.
Vivre. But then R-I-R-E, separate word. And then
Laugh.
A-I-M-E-R. Aimer. Live, laugh, love.
Yeah. Oh, but
it's different because it's not a mo.
yeah.
Do you guys know what that is? It French?
No, but the
Maybe
amour is love.
Yeah, so it's A-I-M-E-R. Is that maybe a different? I don't know. But French lessons with Sean. Yeah, Sean does speak French, you guys, because he's from Quebec, and everybody speaks French. That's why I have Rosetta Stone. That I need to practice more because I was actually getting pretty good. Oh, it's the noun. It's love, the noun. Aimer is love. Mm-hmm. Very cool. I love it. So there's that. So I'll be wearing that later. Look for that on Instagram. Another one. I am so spoiled. I've got to find out exactly who this came from because it doesn't say on the little cards. But I think this is Emily. So I think this is you. And sweet mother, these are beautiful, beautiful things. Oh my God. You guys, so spoiled. Another beautiful box. Oh, they sent 2. You guys, they sent 2. I wonder if that was an accident.
Well, someone's gonna maybe.
Somebody might get it in a giveaway. But first, I have to figure out what happened. Where the mail haul music's gone, Lucy says. Okay, that's it for. We have 2 more letters, don't we? Sean's asleep at the wheel. There we go.
Sorry.
We need a little music. Oh, aimer is an infinitive verb, like to like or to love. Okay. One is for Sean.
What?
Is it the one from Indiana that I saw? That I saw written out to Sean also? Okay, this one. Let's see. I don't even know where this doesn't have any return. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't know who it's from. Oh, it's just an anonymous letter. I get some of these sometimes. But thank you to who sent. Says, I love your videos and watch them each time a new one pops up in my subscription box. I have anorexia and have been getting bad again recently. My therapist stopped wanting to see me. So thank you to whoever sent this. It's not signed and don't have any return address, but I will read it. I know it's personal. Even though we don't know who it is, I still don't want anybody to feel like I'm sharing any of their secrets.
Yeah, and sending...
Oh, and one of the necklaces was for Sean. That's what she said.
And sending things, people don't have to do
Yeah,
it.
you don't have to send anything.
Nice that people do.
It's just very sweet. That one, yeah. Okay. Somebody taped it shut. It's like my grandma. My grandma tapes all the envelopes shut, and so if I send something, I can't help myself. I tape it shut. Oh, Sean, this is for you.
What?
This is a letter for Sean. Oh, come on, camera. Says Sean.
Oh,
ta-da!
I got my first letter.
You've gotten a letter before. Oh, this is cool. Look at this, you guys. I don't know who this is from yet, but I have my suspicions. I have one more pack left, Kimmy. Might be yours. I don't know. Look how cool. Can you see? And it says it's Heiwa. I think, am I saying that right? Peace? I know that writing does look familiar. It totally does. That's so cool. I love this. Thank you, Carly. I'm not going to read the letter, but I like the intro. I'm just going to read the intro. And it says, Dear Katie, hi, how are you doing? Good, I'm glad. Hope's doing well in response. Hopes you're doing well. Plus, my response is appropriate. I just love that. Good, I'm glad. I love it. It's so cute. I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to read this later because I just love the letters. And then Carly also sent these. And you guys, you know something that I've been thinking of? Look how cool. Okay, so the purple one on this side means it's Kokoro, is heart, and Wa is the other one in the teal, and it's harmony. Aren't these beautiful? Thank you, Carly. Something I used to do as a kid is a lot of the, you know, color crayon on paper, just like shading. And I loved it, and it felt so good. And it's something that I might get back into doing. And you can actually go over, like, for instance, these boxes, because they're so textured, would be amazing for that. You know, when you put paper, and then, oh, Becca says she can't even hear the music. Turn the music up. But you can shade over, it is so beautiful. It can be really, really cool. So I like shading like that. It feels good. Yeah, Sophie Jo used to do that. Okay, perhaps a little low, but otherwise, très bien. Layla says, hey DJ, turn up the music. Hey DJ. Okay, last package. Is this the one maybe, Kimmy? Let me see if it's from Kimmy. No, I think this is Shari. Did Shari send us something, you guys? Oh yeah. Oh, you guys. We are gonna love this. Oh, Shari, it's such a cool card. You guys have such good taste. So I'll read the card. I'm gonna take a little. I'll read it later. I always can't help but I look at this. Bullshit. Bullshit. And it says, release your anger. 40 swear words to color your anger away. I love this.
Read some of them.
I love this. I'm just gonna show you a few.
Oh, on the back there's a bunch of the samples.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh. I love this. Ooh. It's so pretty. So beautiful. Oh, asshole. That's a good one. I like that it's black. Is that weird? But all coloring books are so starkly white that I actually kind of enjoy it. Shitballs. I love it. This one will color first. I love it. Thank you, Shari. That's so
sweet. I think you need to be sponsored by the coloring book.
I know. Okay, so the 40 swear words, in case you're curious, they have so many. Piss flaps, bullocks, crap, wanker, gutter slut. I love it. Oh my god. Twat waffle. This is amazing.
Those are good words.
There's more. There's 40, but you know, in case the kids are watching, I'm just kidding, like I've ever cared. Oh, I love it. Oh my god. Thank you all so much. I know, Patreon gift idea, right? Somebody had sent something just the other day. Oh, it's those dissolving, they're little words and like little mantras that you put and they dissolve. I don't know if they were tea or if they were just, I don't know. It was like cool. Like you get to write things on it and then it dissolves, I think. Someone tweeted it to me. And I was like, ooh. And I saved it. I drug like the little image onto my desktop so I can find them out. And maybe that's a Patreon gift too. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, I do have an answer to that. I'm probably going to delete. My podcast with Shane, I was on Shane Dawson's podcast. We filmed it, second week in January or something. It comes out on the 24th. So today is what, the 10th? So it comes out on the 24th. So if you are subscribed or, I don't know, I guess you subscribe to Shane and Friends, you should check it out. I hope that you like it. And I hope to come back on. He said he wanted me back on and we haven't planned anything, but hopefully very, very soon. Yeah, maybe yours will be next time, Kimmy. And I'll check. I'm going to try, if I get a chance, I'll try to check before our Sunday one, but sometimes with the weekends it's kind of busy. Okay. I know I should color those swear word pages, sell them as a fundraiser. That would be awesome, Lee. Okay, let's see.
Did you see the one go across the screen?
Yes, I will definitely guest you. And Sheepishness is asking, do I have more collabs coming up? That was Lucy B, right?
Yep.
Yes, Lucy B, I'll have you guest in just a second, so get ready. For collaborations, yes, I have one coming out this coming Thursday that I did in Texas. So stay tuned for that. I think it's really good. We actually did a couple videos together, so there'll be 2 that we're releasing, but the first one comes out next Thursday, so keep an eye out for that. And trying to think, have we filmed anything else? I'm working on some other collaborations. Somebody I'm trying to connect with on doing a video, because they live locally, is Nikki Philippi, and I think I'm saying her last name right, because she's talked about having an eating disorder in the past, and I'd love to have her on and talk about it, and it's just been scheduling conflicts, but I'm hoping to connect with her, and I don't know, who do you want me to collab with? Let's start setting up some stuff.
And what really helps, Carly was a good example of how this happened. Was when fans want, or when subscribers, whatever, want people to collaborate together. Then they send messages to those people.
Yeah, because if you send messages to them, letting them know you'd like us to collab, that's the way I find out about people. That's like how, because Carly was the one that set me up with Everyone is Gay, and I did the In the Bed with Kristen, I think it's called, Getting in Bed with Kristen. I did that and had them on, her and Danielle. So things like that. So if you reach out to them, you can definitely, Oh, and Anna Saccone, yes, I am working on that, and hopefully when I come to, when I go to Europe and go to Amsterdam, I can meet up with her. Oh, and Emma Wicks, I've collabed with her before. I do love her, and maybe when I'm over there, if she's coming to the VidCon, then maybe I can do that too. So, Lindsay Sterling, I would love that. I don't know her though. I haven't met her at any event or anything. So if you want to reach out and let us know, yeah, the Gabby show would be a good one, you guys. Let me know. Tweet at me, tweet at them. Bombard them with tweets until they decide that they want to hang out with us because we're so cool. Yeah, Superwoman. Working on that. And Thomas Sanders, I have a way of getting a hold of him. I should try to do that. Okay, let's guess Lucy B. Yep. Okay. How's Lucy B doing? That was the last of my coffee. Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
Thanks for being patient. Sorry, the mail haul takes a while.
No, it's okay. I like the mail hauls.
Okay, good. So what's going on? I love your wall. You got so much stuff on there.
It's all my artwork. I was going to show you it later.
Yeah, definitely. I'm like getting really close to the screen so I can like see it.
My question is so jumbled because I feel jumbled, but
that's okay.
How can I give myself more praise? Because as an art student, I'm so critical of my work, but I know I should be proud of it, but I don't know how to be proud of it. I don't know. I really struggle with, self-confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah, and like accepting any kind of praise for anything you do. Do you like automatically negate it in your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, or point out the flaws. I actually have an art student that's a client of mine right now, and she has the same trouble. There's a couple of things. And the first, you're going to be like, oh, I know. But we're going to have to talk back to that voice. And I would agree with you. I know. But even more than just talking back, like in your head, I would start writing down the most common negative thoughts, like, I'm not good enough, or like, for instance, some of my clients were, I'm not good enough, I can never make it perfect, I'm never going to become anything. Like, those are hers, right? So she'd write them down, and then I would work with her to talk back to them and write down the positives. And make sure you leave enough space because the positives can be a little longer. And I know it sounds hard and you probably won't believe the positives right away, but it will start changing the way that our brain thinks about things, because right now we're accepting those negative things kind of like as fact, right? That like that's true. Yeah. And in truth, it takes 5 positives to negate the one negative thing. And I know that that's like, whew, that's overwhelming. That's why we at least try to do the 1-to-1. And I would encourage you, I would challenge you. This would be my homework. If you came in, this would be my first homework. I'd be like, this week, when someone compliments you on your artwork, just once, I want you to not say anything bad about it back. I want you to say, oh, thanks.
I'll try.
Like, oh, I don't know, really like it. We like tear it down, but they just said they liked it. So that would be my first little bit of what to do, because it is hard, and we do talk negatively about ourselves, and we have to build up your confidence, and the confidence starts within in our conversation with ourselves.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give that a try, and then follow up. Let us know. Like, let us know how hard it is and how much you hate the homework I gave you.
I already hate it, and I've not even started.
I know. That's what I was like, I know.
But okay. I will try. Okay. Can I show you some of my artwork, though?
Oh, good. I was waiting. Yes.
I did this one piece, and I'm really proud of it. It was a self-portrait, all hand stitch, and I used to have long blue hair until I got it chopped and dyed back to ginger. But
I actually like red hair, but I like blue hair too. Ooh, thanks, Brianna Rose. Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. That You are so talented.
Maybe she should.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe you should design a T-shirt for us.
I really want to. After you said the T-shirt design, I was thinking I need to do a T-shirt design.
Yeah. And then isn't it cool to think that your design will be on people's T-shirts all over the world? I think that's just so cool. Wow, that is the shading and the. How did you do that with the face?
I don't know. I have no idea. It just happened.
Well, it's beautiful. You are very talented.
I did this.
You just did your homework.
This is another piece.
Wow.
That is awesome.
I love it.
Great.
Yeah, that was.
I love that even the line on the hair. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I did that piece today in college, so that was quite a nice piece. I have so much work. Yeah, I did this piece. It's like a skeleton or a skull. I don't know. With a wasp in it.
No, wow. I'm so impressed. You are so talented. That's amazing. Beautiful.
I did this piece ages ago. This piece is massive. An oil pastel of me squishing my face.
I love it though. That's so cool. And like the texture of it. Wow.
Yeah. I drew over like newspaper and then painted it with watercolors afterwards, so the oil pastel resisted the watercolors.
Yeah. How creative. That's so cool. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome.
If you want to, if you do want to design a T-shirt, just email it to me. Email me at info@katiemorton.com. Or you can tweet to me and we can do it that way too. Whatever's easiest for you.
Okay. By the way, what's your like? How can I mail things to you?
Oh, my PO box is here. I'll put it in the chat. It's actually in the description of every video. You can scroll down, like show more, and you'll see it there.
Okay. I'll check. I'll check out one of your videos then.
Because then you can like write it down. So yeah. And everybody's saying your artwork's amazing. So
thank you. I don't know what to do with all these compliments.
I know. It's good practice. Just say thanks.
Thank you.
Keep me posted. Let me know how it goes.
I will. Thank you.
Bye, Lucy.
Bye.
I know. Let's just a round of applause. I agree, Marjorie. That's beautiful. You guys, can you hear the rain outside?
Is that what that is?
I am loving it. Can you hear it? No? It's like pouring. It sounds so nice. It's amazing. Okay. Yep. Everybody clap. Clap, clap, clap. Okay. I have to go over to Patreon. And then, yes, I can guest you, Danny, after this. Okay. Okay, so Nicoletta has a good question. She says, hey, Katie, what do you think is a way to get rid of botanophobia? And I don't know. I'm assuming that's the fear of plants of some sort just because of botany. Does anybody want to look that up and let me know for sure? There are so many phobias out there that it's hard for me to keep track of them all. She says, exposure therapy sounds really scary and hard. Also, what do we do if there are triggering objects or images in our therapist's office? Is it the fear of plants?
Irrational fear of plants.
Irrational fear of plants. I had a feeling. I'm getting pretty good at, telling what the phobias are. So I think that when we struggle with a phobia, whatever it may be, whether it's like spiders or there's that one about holes in skin or things. I forget what that one's called. Oh yeah, thank you, Amanda. You're the best. You guys are so good. And Jennifer, everybody is on it. Sadie, thank you guys for all your help. So, and John, thank you, L. John. So yes, that's the one, Calrea, the trypophobia or whatever. So, and thank you, Britt. You guys are so great. Repost Sarah's question when I'm done with this one and I will answer it, you guys. Or Alicia, you're saying Alicia Grace? I'll answer it. So when we have a phobia, exposure therapy is best. And yes, it sounds really fucking scary because it's hard. But remember, they're not going to push you over the edge. The great thing about exposure therapy is that it's slow and progressive and we have our relaxation tools. And so the truth about exposure therapy is the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to build up all of your amazing and wonderful relaxation tools and any tools that are going to help calm you down and ground you. We may use some grounding techniques. We may use relaxation. We may use different movements to help calm you down. Okay, Night Wade, let us know how it goes, okay? We're rooting for you. You can do this. So anyway, so exposure therapy is when you do progressively put yourself in positions that are a little bit scary and towards the phobia, and then calm yourself down, and it gets better. So I know it's scary, but it'll really, really help. Okay, that's what I'm going to say about that. And the second portion of her question, she says, what do we do if there are triggering objects or images in your therapist's office? Tell them. They can remove them. I have hid things in my office for certain people because I know it bothers them. I have taken down a piece of art and put up another one. I know that you're probably feeling like it's too much to ask, but it's not. I do stuff like that all the time. I bought extra silly putty ones for a client because they like to have like a big wad of it. We do all sorts of things to make you comfortable, and the therapist's office is supposed to be a safe place. So let them know, and yeah, that's how it will work. Can you do exposure therapy on your own, or does it not work like that? Jennifer's asking. You could try it on your own, but I wouldn't encourage it, because without a trained professional, we can sometimes like make it worse, because we need someone who's guiding us and helping us calm down. And the main thing that a therapist really does is like making sure the tools are working like well enough, and also letting us know when we're at the level where we need to stop, remove ourselves, and calm down. Like a lot of that we won't be able to know right away. And so it can take practice, and it, kind of helps to have them there. Okay, so the question, Sean put it up on the board for me.
And then you have Danny.
Oh, and then Danny, I'll guest you next. Says, Sarah's question, hey Katie, what does a healthy attachment to a therapist feel like for a client? I'm always wondering if the attachment I have is healthy. This is a great question. And the truth of it is that I'm not going to be able to tell you how it feels, because everything feels different for different people. But in therapy, we should know that our therapist is there to support us if something terrible happens. We should feel extremely comfortable talking to them about anything. However, we really shouldn't want to hang out with them outside of it, even though obviously we're going to like them. And I don't mean that you can't like them, but it's like we shouldn't dread missing an appointment when there's other things that would be better for us that we could do. For instance, like if you didn't want to go on vacation because you didn't want to miss an appointment, so you planned all your vacations around the times that your therapist was going to be gone, because then you're like, well, I don't want to miss anything because I want to see them, because I have to see them. And it's not that the difference is like, and sorry if this is like convoluted, but let me know if you need more explanation, because there's a lot to this. Because it's okay to need sessions when you're struggling, but you shouldn't feel like you can't miss one. And if your therapist doesn't get back to you right away, do you feel panicky? If something's do you like need the connection with them all the time? Do you struggle to not contact them in between sessions? Those are all signs that the attachment is a little unhealthy, and maybe a little too close and a little too like enmeshed feeling for you. And so the truth of it is that you should look forward to therapy and enjoy talking to them and being there and seeing them. But if they're your only social outlet and they're your only support, that's when it gets a little scary. That's why therapists will always ask you, to tell friends or family to get extra support outside of therapy, because if they're your only support already, that makes it really hard for you to have a healthy attachment, because they're your only support. Like, what are you supposed to do? And so those are just some key, like, red flags for me are like if they, won't ever take a break or miss a session, and they, if you have to miss a session, it's really, really difficult for them. And this is outside of, know that I'm talking about this outside of like really intensely stressful, hard times that they're going through. This is just like in the scheme of the therapy. And if, you're their only social outlet, if they struggle to not communicate with me between sessions, and honestly, also I note if they ask for hugs a lot. A lot of people have asked about, thanks, Manda. They've asked, about like if I hug clients, and I definitely do. Sometimes you need a hug after a really hard session, but I've had some clients that struggle with attachment that I've referred out, not long into working together, because I'm like, I think you need to work on the attachment, is they'll ask for hugs every time, and it's hard for them to let go, and that just means that there's more there. And so those are just some things that I look for. I hope that makes a little bit of sense, but I know that there's a lot to that, and it's hard. That was just, that was just like off of, oh, you're number 2 fan, Manda. Yeah, you're my number 2 fan. Okay, we're going to guess Danny. But if you want more information on that, you want me to do a full video, let me know. There's a lot to it, but that's like my preliminary thoughts on it.
Be our guest.
Hi, Danny.
Hi. Hi.
How is it going?
And this week has not been the smoothest week.
So what's happened?
I'm
gonna get my water.
No, my depression this week has really not been good, like, at all. I, like, during school, I would have, like, I talked about this, like, one time, like, the last time I think I guessed it you, like, sometimes I didn't, like, I was, like, at the same time I felt like the depression was kicking in, but the anxiety was also kicking in.
The teeter-totter of, I remember that.
So, like, during school, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I'm feeling tired or anxious. And it was, like, very, like, overwhelming. And I was tired. I didn't sleep for, like, 2 days. One night I stayed up because of a different issue. And the other night I stayed up because I was going to do homework, but I had to put that off because I emotionally wasn't doing well. And then I had to my mom told me completely last minute, oh, you have a psychiatrist appointment, which I had no clue about. So I had to do homework really late. So, yeah. And then, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but just, I was really tired, like, all week.
Yeah. Maybe depression is more, like, the depression's here more than the anxiety right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just, like, not myself. And ever since, like, I want to say, like, at the end of December to, like, the beginning of January, that's when I really started, like, isolating myself. And I wasn't reaching out to people as much. I call it, like, it's really hard for me to break the ice. And it's gotten even harder for the past, like, few months. And I saw my therapist on Tuesday, and she was, like, talking about some stuff to me, and some stuff that I thought I had moved on from. Apparently I didn't fully move on from. Like, I almost started, like, crying at one point because I had been holding so much in. And, like, I don't know, it's just a lot of, like, the anxiety and depression has really not been great this week. But, like, yesterday I had a day off because of a snow day. So
nice.
that was much, much needed. So I took, like, the day for myself.
Good.
Like at one point, I went outside with my dad and my brother, in, like, this wood with, like, the woods with, like, the snow and stuff, which was nice.
That's really nice. Good.
Yeah, and then I went back to school today, and we had a delay because of the ice.
Because of the snow. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the snow. And it was better, but there was one point where I had to, like, turn in, like, a certain, like, sheet for next year for, like, the schedule and stuff. And then I was, like, overthinking it. I was like, because basically where I had to turn it in is really far away from where I have to go from the bus. And she said and at the end of the day. But I could have turned it in at that time. But, like, mostly during history classes, like, oh, I don't know if I should do it during lunch, during the last period really fast. And it was just, like, a cycle, like, going through my mind. And then I started getting really bad anxiety.
I was like, the anxiety is back.
Yeah. And then, like, after school, like, I just started, like, not feeling like myself, just kind of, like, crummy. But, like, I don't know. And also, like, sometimes I just feel, like, really, like, alone and stuff and just not myself. So like, I don't know, just because, like, it's almost like I know people care, but as actually one of my really good friends, she said this once about one of her friends, my mind in a way won't connect to what I really feel, or to my heart almost.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was really hard to deal with, and, like, I didn't tell anyone what was going on, and it's just, I've been, like, my own little bubble of just
feeling like shit and not,
like that, and just, like, overwhelmed and just, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying, like, they feel the same. They're like, we feel you, that, we know what you're going through.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that this week was tough. What I would encourage you to do is speak up to someone, or have some kind of thing in place so that when you're feeling better, you can, put that, like, I don't know, like, for instance, I don't know if you remember my video I did with Tomska when he talks about his depression, and he'll be like code red, code orange. He has, like, codes he sends to his friends.
So.
Having something like that with people that you trust, like maybe just one person or something, could be helpful for you. Like, maybe it's you send a heart emoji of a blue color, and that means I'm just really feeling down. A lot of times when we're depressed, we really don't want to do anything, so someone just coming over and being with us might be enough.
That would definitely work. The only thing is, my really close friend lives about, like, 20-30 minutes away from me. But I do have, like, a good friend of mine. She isn't, like, and she's told me this. She's not the best at like supporting, but she told me like I'm not the best at supporting, and I'm like, oh, trust me, I know, because something happened. But she's like, I'm not the best at supporting, but just know I always care. And sometimes she just comes over and we just hang. But like, like I do have people who like I vent to and stuff, but sometimes I feel like, oh, if I'm telling them this, I feel like I'm putting like a huge burden on them, and that's a huge reason why I haven't been telling people much, because I'm like, it's good that I'm being more independent almost, but it's bad because I've been holding so much in. Like I said, I almost started crying in my therapy session, and that never happens. I don't like crying in front of people. Even sometimes by myself, I just can't, because I'm so used to like,
you might have needed it. Our body has a way of like kind of knowing when you're feeling just completely maxed out. And everything's like not going well. And then if it's not the depression, it's the anxiety. And then we feel like isolated as if we don't have anybody to talk to. And then our best friend isn't always the best at like supporting, because it's just some people, that's not their strong suit. Not everybody's like empathic and good at doing that and being that way. You know, some people just don't have the ability. So I think maybe finding someone else that you could have a code with, or something you could do, and setting up like I call it like a safety plan with my clients. And it's not because you aren't safe, but it's like something that we can do to keep you feeling better. And I know we're still going to have shit days, and we're still going to have time when we don't feel good, but that should hopefully help minimize those and make those times shorter and help you get out of it faster, you know? And people are also sharing their little tips, like listening to some upbeat music, or I had a client who would put on Disney tunes and dance when she was feeling really bad, and it would help her feel better. So, you know, some things. Oh yeah, Maureen calls it a relapse prevention plan.
Yeah, like that's what I've been doing. I actually just heard of a brand new musical who I recommend to anyone. It's called Dear Evan Hansen, and my friend actually showed it to me. And there's a certain song that I've had on repeat like all week. It's called You Will Be Found. So like sometimes like when I listen to like that kind of music, or just like my favorite like artists music, it makes me feel great. And I got like, you know, I got great news. I'm seeing the show in March. So it's like so you know, I do things, you know, like listen to music and give myself breaks, you know. Sometimes like it helps, but sometimes it takes time. It
does. And I'm glad you have people that you talk to, you know, you have friends, you have family, you know, and we're doing the best we can with all of our tools. So thanks for keeping us posted.
Yeah.
It's good to have updates, and a lot of people feel the same, you know, and so it's nice for us to know we're not alone, and it's nice to know there are things we can do to try to help ourselves.
Yeah, and to quickly touch on what you said earlier, because I was the one who asked like about the counselor.
Yes, the school counselor being different. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically the counselor, because the reason why I have a different one is because I am a freshman in high school, and you don't have the same counselors. If you have one in middle school,
and you move on to
yeah, they usually transfer you to another one in the high school. So that's how I ended up with the one that I have right now, and I like her, but like in a session, I saw her on Wednesday, I want to say, and like I was explaining to her like what was going on, and sometimes she feels like I let it almost like label me almost, but like after I got out of the session, I was getting so frustrated, because I was like, first of all, I don't even feel like I noticed like exactly how much was going on until like the end of Wednesday or the beginning of Thursday. But I was getting like so frustrated. I was like, she's not hearing me. And we had to fill out like a little paper thing saying like, oh, how well do you think your psychologist or counselor knows you? And I said, I think she knows me well, but sometimes she thinks I'm feeling a certain way, but that's really not what's going on completely.
Yeah, like she jumps to conclusions or something.
Almost like that, but also because I am a freshman, she's still like getting to know me almost. And actually, I am seeing my old counselor February 23rd, so I could always tell her how I'm feeling about that one, and she can reach out to my new one, because they still talk. That's how I ended up with the one that I have right now.
Well, that would be great to have them talk, to let them, because that could help you feel more connected, maybe help her get to know you better, so that there are fewer times where you feel like what's going on with you is invalidated, or she's thinking it's one thing and you're like, no, that's not what's going on.
Yeah, and I do have I do have a therapist outside of school, and I think my mom told me that my counselor right now wants to reach out to my therapist.
Okay.
I have an IEP because I have also a processing disorder. So that's the big reason why I have the IEP, but also like the anxiety and stuff kind of applies to it. But we've been having issues, for example, with my IEP, and part of it was the whole anxiety problem. So, oh shoot, my mom's calling me.
It's okay, we can wrap up.
Yeah, no, it's okay, I'll call her back. She's probably, where are you? But like, she was saying, like, I definitely want to reach out to, I'm just gonna say I'll call you in a minute. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Call you in a minute. But she was saying, like, she wants to reach out to, like, my therapist and my psychiatrist, too, to see, like, what they could do to help out not only for my IEP, but also for my anxiety and stuff. So I feel like if I also, like, tell my therapist this, I'm seeing her Tuesday because I see her once a week, they might be able to reach out to her. But it's frustrating. Definitely. Like, my therapist knows how much my counselor sometimes really bothers me, but I think Wednesday really, it drew the line because I felt like the place I'm in right now was almost a place I was in when I was in California at the end of December, and that was a really
like having the worst time ever. Yeah,
so I feel like I'm in one of those places again. So it's just
you're just having a hard time. Okay, I think my goal for you this week would be like talking to your therapist next time whenever you see her about creating like a little relapse prevention plan.
Okay.
Then maybe you'll feel a little bit more in control because you have a lot of tools, and sometimes just writing them out, and that's something that I like give in a piece of paper to my client and have them keep it so that you have it on hand. That might help, but let us know how this next week goes.
I will.
Okay. Good to see you, Danny. Thanks for guesting. Okay. Bye, honey.
Bye.
I think that's something that we can all learn from, you guys, is that like sometimes we have a hard time, and I am going to guest you, John L. Hang in there. That we can all struggle sometimes, and things can come and go and get worse all of a sudden, and our anxiety and depression kind of teeter-totter. But I think it's really great to, Nazanin, give me one more minute, okay? I think it's really great to have a plan in place ahead of time when we're feeling okay and know where we keep that piece of paper with our plan, and we can, do it anytime. Okay, thanks, Emily, for the tips. You guys, 33,000 likes. This is crazy. Okay, the question that people wanted me to ask is, do therapists know if their clients are lying, and if so, what do we do? Oh, okay, Lucy, I'm glad. Yeah, thanks for guesting and showing us all of your beautiful work. So I think okay, back to the question. Yes, I can usually tell when clients are lying. Not always, because I'm human too, right? And if you're a really good liar, I'm not going to know. But I do notice when clients avoid certain topics because they're difficult. And that just lets me know that maybe they're not quite ready, or we need to find another way to get in. Number 36. Woo woo. So there's that. And then if I think they're not being completely honest about something, I'm pretty frank as a therapist. So I usually just say, like, I feel like you're not being fully honest. Or is there a reason that you don't feel comfortable talking about this? I just bring it up so we can talk about it. I know not every therapist notices, because not every therapist is paying attention or good at their job. Like, I've heard some horror stories from you guys, but that's how I usually manage that, okay? Okay, Nazanin, plop it in. Yeah, Sadie, that's me. I avoid. Yeah, Amanda, you guys, it would be amazing if I had a day where I saw my clients where they didn't avoid something. We're in therapy because it's hard work, right? Like, it's totally normal to not want to talk about certain things. So, okay. The question is, I don't feel like I deserve to hang out with my friend and 5 friends/classmates. I don't want to invite myself in just in case they won't like me. You know what I'm going to say? Yes, and anyone can submit a t-shirt design, by the way. I saw it, Nazanin. I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to want to hear, but I think you probably know the answer. It sounds like we're struggling with self-confidence, our self-esteem. Ooh, Jer. Is this Gerard? Is this the same Jer? Is this a different Gerard? Thank you, Gerard M. That's so kind of you.
Sure.
Jer is here.
Yep.
So my thoughts about that is that we have to talk back. We have to start talking nicer to ourselves. And watch my video about building self-esteem and self-respect. I have a couple videos about that. And I think, oh, yep, it just said Jer is here. Yay. Thanks, Becca. Woo, woo, woo. Becca tipped 1,000 bars too. Thank you, Becca. So there, you know, I think that, I know, that's when Nazanin says my self-esteem is horrible. And that's what I would work on, because it's not really about your friends or what we can do with regard to that. That's like a symptom of us not feeling like we're good enough. And trust me, you are good enough. People are going to want to hang out with you, but you have to believe that. I could tell you till I'm blue in the face, but it's not going to sink in. We have to change the way we talk to ourselves, okay? Thanks for the likes, you guys. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, now John L. wanted to be guested. Why don't I see him? John, you said it was going to be really quick and you wanted to be guested? If you'd like to be guested, I'll guest you real quick before we end. Are you here? Does anybody see him? He'd asked to be guested, and somebody else did too, and I don't even see them in the queue at all. Okay, well, we can get a quick update from Ava Kritz. I'm messing the name up. Avi Rakritz. I'm going to call you Avi for now until you come on, and then you can tell us.
Oh, it's L. John. That's why. Not John L.
Oh, but yeah, I don't see L. John, though. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I don't see.
I don't either. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't see you in the queue. Maybe get out and get back in, and I would be happy to guest you. That's weird. It's not connecting. Why won't we connect?
People are smashing that.
Yeah, Wildman Chris, I didn't see you in there either. I'd looked for the people who'd asked to be guested. Oh, I'm sorry, it wouldn't connect. Okay, let's do another Patreon question, and then I'll see. Oh, hey, Aaron. Aaron's here. Bye, Kimmy. Catch you on the next one. Okay, I'm going to answer a Patreon question, and then we'll say goodbye, and I'll see you on Sunday. Okay.
No, you're not.
What?
You're not.
Why?
You have a giveaway to do.
Oh, I have a giveaway. He's right. He's right. Good thing I have Sean.
People are smashing that like button right now.
Smash that like button. I'm sorry, you guys. I love H3H3 so much. And the jokes about people needing to smash that like button. If you haven't seen that video, what is that video even?
Smash that. I
It's,
don't know. And PewDiePie does it too.
PewDiePie does it. I watch a lot of comedy on YouTube. My favorites are H3H3, Jenna Marbles, PewDiePie, and then I also will watch Phil DeFranco. Yeah, bye, Eloise. Okay, so the question is, Katie, I have nightmares most nights and most mornings. I wake up with new bruises, scratches, bite marks, and some sort of self-harm. Do you know what is causing these or any tips to make it stop? I'm actually going to do more research. Thanks, Keely, for the tip. Keely.
Amanda, too.
Oh, Amanda? I didn't see
Amanda.
it. Oh, Amanda.
Yeah, she's...
Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. I've gotten a lot of questions recently about like night terrors and self-harming in the middle of the night. And so I'm going to do some more research on this. The person who asked this question, I will look into it more. And I will probably do a video because a lot of people have been asking similar situations and not knowing how to stop it. And the truth of it really is, I'm going to give you like in a nutshell where we think it comes from. But like I said, I'm not up to date on my research. This is something that I read, oh God, like 6 years ago. So I'm sure there's more information out there. And I don't specialize in sleep disorders, so I'm just putting it out there. But what we know is if we've had a trauma or we've had some kind of, it's mainly trauma-based. I'm trying to think if there was other like things that they gave as examples, but it's mainly trauma-based. If we've had a trauma, we will often struggle with night terrors, and that's actually kind of what they come out of. And that they can either come out of the fact that we finally started talking about it, or they can come out of the fact that we have stuffed it down and it's its only way to get out. And so it's like our body needs to get out, expel that energy and what's going on. Thanks, Manda. And so that happens and we literally have no, I know, I want a taco now too, Sadie. It does that. It's like the falafel taco thing. It gets me every time. But because we're either processing through it, it brings it all back, and it's like our body's only way of getting that out. And so that's kind of where it comes from. And so the truth is that processing through the trauma or working on like continuing to talk through or do your EMDR or whatever it is you're doing to help yourself, if we keep working on it, those will go away. And also I have clients take some like safety precautions. And this sounds really silly, but I had a client just wear mittens or like tight little cotton gloves when they slept because they were scratching themselves. And I know that sounds silly, but like wearing a night guard will stop from the biting. And I know that's like, it sounds silly, but it really, really, really helps. And so those are the things that like, we kind of do preliminarily while you continue to process through it, and then those things will go away. But I will do more research, and I'll do a video on this. And I actually have a psychiatrist I work with he's actually a neurologist who does work with sleep disorders. It's his specialty. Maybe I'll reach out to him. So he might be really uncomfortable on camera. I don't know. But I'll see if he'll maybe do a collab or something with us. But yes, so I'm going to try. Okay, dokie. Let's see. Is Eljon in there? No?
I don't see it.
Oh.
Do you see it?
I see. Hi. There you are. I was like, I'm looking for her, but I don't see her. Okay.
I was like, I swear I'm there.
I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know what happens. People will be like, oh, I waited and it kicked me out. I'm like.
Yeah, when I tried to go back in, it said, you already opted out. Whatever that means.
You're like, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on, honey?
Anyway, so my insurance just changed, and that means I can't see my therapist anymore. And I've been seeing her for 10 years on and off, so since I was in high school. And when I've tried to find other therapists, it just hasn't really worked. I had one in college that was okay, I guess. But then, when I moved to another city, I couldn't find one. And now she's saying, well, I have a colleague. She's a lot like me. I think you would like her.
Good.
Here's her information. And I'm not sure if I really want to reach out and to do that. I'm really scared, I guess.
And rightfully so, right? We finally feel connected to someone, and then we're like, shit, we have to switch. And there's a couple things. My first thought is, like, could your therapist apply to take that insurance? Is it something that is it like not a plan she accepts or something like that? Or
I have Medicaid right now, so she just doesn't accept it.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't, because just from my standpoint, it's a paperwork nightmare. They require so much stuff. It's hard when because I do all my own paperwork. It's just a lot. I get that. So my next thing is kind of what she did. Whenever things like that happen, I usually refer my clients to someone who's very similar. And there's people that I work with who are very similar to me. And so that, makes sure it's a good referral. And I know you're scared. And can you see your therapist at all? Would she do a session pro bono to transfer you? I've done that sometimes. You could ask maybe.
I just saw her one last time on Monday to try to wrap things up with her.
Yeah. Could you, I don't know how much she is. I don't know if you could afford to go one more session. No?
Not right now, no.
That's okay. Trust me.
She's really nice. She let me pay just what my old insurance paid instead of her actual rate, so it was a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But I've been out of work for the past month because I just had ankle surgery. So I really don't have any money.
No, trust me. I hear that. I totally understand. So it's okay to be scared. I guess that's what I want you to know. It's okay to be scared. You're going to try somebody different. But I would encourage you to at least try, right? If you wouldn't have tried, you would never have found your therapist now. And know that if you don't like them, you don't have to keep seeing them. But it could be great. And I wish you had more sessions with your therapist, because something that you might want to do on your own is writing out all the things you worked on with her and what things improved. I know it sounds kind of silly, but it helps us see how far we've come, and it can help us feel okay about it and feel good. Look at all the stuff I did. And this can be a time.
We kind of talked about, how I've done this and how I've done that and how I've become more confident, and, I know my feelings better. I used to be really, really bad about that. People would ask me how I felt, and I'd just be like,
you don't know.
Bad?
Yeah. Not good? Question mark?
Yeah.
And it is hard, but it could be great. And I know that's I'm just trying to think glass half full, because something that I've actually found in situations like this, that from even the viewers, people are saying I did that and it was really hard and overwhelming, but it was really the greatest thing, is sometimes a switch, a change like that. Obviously it's difficult, but it might take you to the next level in your therapy, because we're mixing it up kind of, and it can Maybe it'll be just the change that you need, and you might really connect with her and like her. But I would take time to write down some of the things that you accomplish with her, what you're grateful for, and then what you hope to accomplish here on out. Like, what are your next goals? Because I think that can help us when we're starting something new. It can help kind of keep us motivated and also just invested in it. And give it a try. Change isn't always bad. I know this is like annoying, and we didn't want to have to switch insurance and lose our insurance, and it's frustrating.
No, I cried.
I would too.
When I found out I couldn't see her anymore.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, I cried when my therapist retired, even though I knew it was coming. You know, it sucks. But it's okay, because I can tell you from personal experience, I found another therapist that I love. And it was through the referrals from Rebecca, my original therapist, that I worked with through, like, my dad dying and all sorts of stuff. Like, so it can be good, and you can find someone else. And I think it's good that you had a good experience in therapy. You know that it can be great. Give it a try. You'll be okay. Yeah, and it's okay to be scared. And you can say it in the first session, I didn't want to leave. I'm having a hard time. That's perfectly fine too. Let us know how it goes. You got this. It'll be better, I promise. It just sucks when we feel forced. We're like, I wasn't ready. And that's okay. That's okay. So let us know how it goes, okay? But write down the things. Write down what goals you have and what you've accomplished. I think that'll make you feel a little bit better.
All right. Thank you, Katie.
Yeah, good.
Love you.
Love you. Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye. That's hard, you guys. That always sucks, when we're forced. I hate being forced to do anything. Am I right? Okay, we've got a giveaway. We're going to give away. Oh, I got some posters for you. I dropped the other one. So I got one of that. And I got one of these. Oh. Sorry, the shininess. I'd have to bring it up slow, like this. Dun, 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 dun. So, you see the posters behind me, correct? Right over my shoulder, over here-ish. So I'm going to give away a poster. So, you guys get to tell me who should get the poster, and then I'm going to sign them. And I'll write your name on it, right? Maybe a little nice note. Do you want them signed? I hate to, ruin the beautiful art, but I'll write it off maybe I'll just sign at the bottom. And then I'll say, to so-and-so with love, Katie, so I don't take up too much space. Okay? Okay, sign it. We're going to sign them. I got to get my Sharpie out. You guys, this is like my pencil. You remember when I got this box? I forget who sent me like a little sunshine box. It was so sweet. Remember this little dude? And then I think Jess May sent me this. It's from like Zimbabwe, I think. You guys. And then this is from Hannah's book release. I keep all sorts of things. I gotta find the Sharpie. Okay. Fine point. That's what we want. Okay. So yes, this will do. Ta-da. Okay, who should get it? Tell me who wants the posters, and then Sean will pick randomly 2 people, and then I'm gonna, Chloe wants it. Chloe wants one. And then I'm going to roll them up and stick them in a tube and send it your way. And then you will send once we've selected the 2 people, you'll have to send me your address on info@katiemorton.com. Okay? Danny and Carly? Anybody? Carly for sure. Which one should we send to Carly? Healthy Mind, Healthy Body or Process Not Perfection? Oh, you want Sean to sign it? Uh-oh. My computer. You guys. Crisis. My computer, it's gonna die. It's like I'm gonna go into sleep mode. It's an emergency.
Nobody panic!
You plug that in over there where the battery is?
Yeah.
Everybody panic! Okay. Crisis averted. Don't worry. Oh, this is better. This is much better than mine.
Or do you want a colored one?
Do we want black? I think we want black.
Black Sharpie it is.
Okay. Power cable panic. Everybody panic. I don't know why. Do you guys, what movie was that with, that we just watched where he plays basketball? It's Will Ferrell's character. And he plays on that, basketball team, and he's like, everybody panic. He always says that in any situation. He's like the worst under pressure. I love it. Okay. Who wants it? Who should we give it? Who? Panic, not perfection. That's awesome, Ladybug. I see a new poster in our future. Okay. Harriet wants it. Amanda would like the perfection, process, not perfection one. Ava'd so love to have it. Sean, who's going to get it?
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah, Sean, you pick it.
Oh, I didn't know that you were
Today
asking.
is Erin's birthday. She thinks that she wants one. Laura wants one.
Oh, I don't want to pick it. I think they should pick it.
That's what they're doing. Me.
No, I think they should
That's
vote
what they're
for
saying.
like.
Okay. But how are we going to do the votes, Sean?
I don't know, like.
Pick 2 people, dude.
All right, I think that Danny should get one.
Danny's going to get one. Which one should Danny get? She gets a healthy mind, healthy body, or a process, not perfection. Which one should we send to Danny? Okay, Alicia says... Or Danny, which one would you like? Would you tell us? Oh, she's excited. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
Young grasshopper, you must choose wisely.
Okay, Carly says don't give her one. Oh, can I see them both? You see them? See the healthy mind, healthy body over my shoulder here? And then this is, I don't want to strobe you guys because the shine of the poster with the light. You see it? Does it strobe you? It's if I just have to back away. Okay, she's thinking. Okay. What about Maureen? Maureen has done a really good job captioning a lot of our videos.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm going to give one to Maureen. And don't worry, there might be more things happening on Sunday.
You know what?
Huh? Do more? We have more. We'll keep it going. There's more.
Send one to Wade.
Okay.
I want to send one to Wade. Send a little support.
Send one to Wade?
Yeah.
We should send one to Wade.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the deal. If you get one, you got to post on social media with a hashtag Kenyans and attach you to it.
Sean's got a lot of rules.
Yeah, rules.
Okay. So it's going to be Danny and Maureen. And we're going to keep going. I have 2 more, but one's going to go to Wade, okay? So we're blowing our whole thing, but there'll be more giveaways on Sunday. I know. So if you get one, Danny and Maureen, when you get yours, and has Danny chose which one? Process, not perfection. Danny, you get this one. Oh, strobing. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to sign them. I have to turn around to my desk. But then we have more giveaways on Sunday, and Sundays is at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, Danny, D-A-N-I, if I remember correctly. And then Maureen, okay. Lots of love. Okay, Danny, it's coming your way. Give me your address to info@katiemorton.com. Okay, Maureen, you're gonna get the healthy mind, healthy body. It's a little harder to write on this one, so I'm gonna do my best. Okay, let's see. Let's say, and Maureen, M-A-U-R-E-E-N, just like my friend Maureen back in actually in like kindergarten. I had a Maureen Craig was a very good friend of mine. Okay, let's see. Maureen, I don't want to write over the words. I'm going to do my best to not ruin it, okay? Do I pronounce it differently? Really, Maureen? How do you say it? I don't know. That's so funny. Okay. I'm just writing some nice notes. Okay. Whew, you can get high off a Sharpie. Boom, Maureen, it's coming your way. Make sure you email me at info@katiemorton your addresses. Okay. Let's keep the giveaways. I don't know if Wade is on. I think Wade went to bed. Which one should we give Wade? Because we'll have to get in touch with Wade. Should we give him process, not perfection? Or healthy mind, healthy body? Oh, thanks, Anthony. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. I know, right? That Sharpie is pretty... Oh, what happened? I had another message someone sent me and it went away.
Oh, it's official, Anthony. Said your videos on YouTube are incredible.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Anthony. Healthy mind, healthy body. Okay, healthy mind, healthy body is going to Wade. If we can get a hold of him. So I'm going to put this off to the side. But we have one more. Process, not perfection. Maybe we should wait till Sunday. Should we wait till Sunday? Oh, Keely? Should we do Keely? Do we think Keely should get this one? I think maybe Keely. Oh, Wade is here. I thought you went to sleep. Sneaky sneak. Okay, would you like a poster, Wade? Could we send this your way? Could you email us your address? We could email your address to info@KatieMorton and I'll sign it. Yes, Keely, we agree, Keely. Keely gets it. Keely, you get it. Oh, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Okay.
You're freaking out over here.
So, okay. Yay! Okay, Keely will get the process, not perfection. And Wade, if you want it, I don't want to force you into something. Whoop, whoop! I know, right? I don't want to force Wade to take it. But I would like to send you a poster. If I could do that, you know. Let me know. I mean, if you don't want it, no offense. You know. Okay, so Keely, we're going to sign your process, not perfection. Are you ready? And then make sure you email me.
Wait, what does Keely want you to say on it? Maybe.
I write what I write.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Jeez. Okay. Keely, Keely. Okay, it's signed. It's signed. Does Wade want it? He hasn't sent it.
Yeah, he does.
He does? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Wade, I'll sign yours as well. Keely's, yours is coming out. Make sure you email I need to have addresses so I can put these in those cardboard tubes and send them your way. Okay, Wade.
Oh, you're now featured in advice. Wow.
Oh, I'm featured.
Wait, I thought you already were
We're
featured.
so fancy. Wade, this is coming your way. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I wish I had zillions and I could send them out. But, you know, someday. Okay, watch out, Sean. Don't roll your seat back because I've got them drying.
Oh, okay, yep.
The posters are on the floor, so they're drying. Nobody wants to, you know. Okay, bye, Amanda. See you Sunday. Good luck with the taxes. Someone says, oh, I understand you're famous signing posters. Not famous. I'm just supporting the community. We have a wonderful community.
We don't have a lot, but we'll share what we have.
Yep.
Oh.
We'll share what we got. That's all I have. Unless somebody wants me to sign and take these down and send these, that's something I could maybe do. Sean's like, sacrilege! Don't do it.
Oh, what time is Sunday's stream again?
Oh, Sunday's Scream. Ah! We're gonna scream. It's at 1 p.m. on Sunday, Pacific Standard Time. I love you all. I wish I could send them out. Like Nazanin said, they'll be soon. Soon we'll be... Play that funky music. White boy.
Ooh, thanks, Simply Jenna.
Sunday Scream. I love it. Okay. Thanks, Simply Jenna. Woo, woo, woo. And thank you, Becca. And thank you, Keely and Amanda and all of you for supporting. And I will be in Europe, Marjorie. I'm going to probably be in London. Bye, everybody. Bye, Bridget. Bye, Kayla. It'll be in April. April 8th and 9th is when I come for Amsterdam. And send your address, Danny, to info@katiemorton.com. If you have any trouble with that, those of you who won the posters, send me your address to info@katiemorton.com. And then I will send it your way. I'll send them out when I send out the t-shirts because I'm making the t-shirts on Monday and I'm going to probably shoot them out on Tuesday to all of you beautiful people who've been so patient. Love you, love you. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.